That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, which is that kind of farmhouse cool kind of thing that's
beautiful,
going on.
and the leaves are incredible.
And each leaf has a personality, like it's dancing, like, it's
Absolutely.
alive.
That I don't have a green thumb, so the solution is to buy paintings
There
with
you
plants.
go.
I love it.
Yes,
and they don't need watering.
No, and it's a one-time buy.
Hey, F, you're adorable.
Gracias, F.A. 300,
I love
thank
it.
you.
I'm at 300 from F.
Awesome.
Okay, so Jay is going to have to do something, or we're going to sell this.
Okay, and you know what? Another thing about this that I love, so when you get this home, you're so lucky, I'm jealous, that it looks like whoever went out and harvested the persimmons, and it looks like maybe some red roses, maybe some apples, just cut off the branches very, very quickly and put them in there, and nature just naturally made it gorgeous where it didn't have to be perfectly manicured.
It's the winner of the Still Life and Landscapes in the jury. No,
right,
I have
thank
300 with F. I need 325 or it's
Thank you,
bye-bye.
Mr. Moore. Another thing, too, is because it is an award winner. Thank
you, Jay.
That's more like it, guys, because you really, really should. There's only one kind of war that we like, and that's a bidding war.
Yes.
Yeah, we like that kind.
I love it.
So we need that here, people.
I'm at 325. I need 350 or we're going to sell this. But
She's
me just
been
tell
a member
you,
of the Mesilla Valley Fine Arts Gallery for 5 years.
this is beautiful.
And her work is emotional and inspirational. Just absolutely.
Absolutely. All right, this is a $500 value. I'm at 325. I need 350 or I'm selling.
We're going to be gone in a minute.
Any
Not even a
second
minute.
now. I know. All right. I'm at 325 going once. 325 going twice.
Okay.
Sold for 320. Thank you, Jay.
Felicidades. Thank you, Jay.
And they've been holding on for a while.
All right. Great.
That's awesome.
Happy. Gracias, El Paso.
Thank you so much. All right, so let's look at our next one. Now, this is like I tell you, we don't get snow often enough. So what you do is you buy a picture of snow, and that way you don't have to worry about it. You don't even have to clean the car, nothing.
You don't.
You just enjoy your
snow. You
snow.
have to make reservations.
Wow, I love it.
We
That starting bid is $250.
We're already rocking and rolling.
Yes, I love it.
And the value on this is $800. So
Yes.
that's a good way to start.
Yes, I'm at starting bid of $250. I'm looking for $25 increments. It's an $800 value entitled Cabin in the Snow by Yvonne Postelle.
Okay, now one of the things about this picture, besides this really, really wonderful, what it looks like to me, it's very textured like impasto technique, perhaps some palette knife, is that it's like aspen trees.
Yes.
All right, okay. And I think it's early morning because of that kind of glow behind the evergreens that look like they're in a valley. And then this is so cute. Look, there's no road, there's no other cars. Look in the little tiny spot. There's a little tiny white cabin
with smoke.
Just a beautiful, delicate little wisp of smoke and
coming out of the
chimney. A lot of times, really beautiful art does inspire a narrative, even if it wasn't the artist's intent. That's one of the things about art that's so wonderful is you can interpret it for yourself. And to me, when I was studying this online, it looked like, wow, I'm coming home from somewhere and I'm on foot, or maybe I have an animal with me, and somebody's at home, and maybe there's a pot of coffee ready for me,
Yeah.
And it just, for a painting of snow, to make such warm feelings inside is so exciting.
That's amazing. Well, I've done this before at school when I don't have a lesson plan and I need the kids to, I'll find a piece of artwork or a painting or a picture, and I'll give it to the kids and I'll say, I want an essay. Write me a story. Tell me what kind of a story you see, and all of a sudden they start looking at it. And that's exactly what you've done. You've looked at it, and it has created a moment for you.
And it is where you meditate on it. I'm a scholarly type of person, so I study it. But when I'm studying it, I kind of get into a meditative state.
Yeah, and see, I love the little cabin.
It is so masterfully done, where it's just enough hint, and it's got that fairy tale feeling. And we've got a couple more that we're going to be sharing today, Linda, that have got that fairy tale feeling. Once you start looking at it and dreaming on it,
the next one,
it really feels like you're in a Grimm's fairy tale.
Yes, absolutely.
But you're making it up yourself.
I know.
No big bad wolf here.
I love it when we do this. Now, Yvonne Postelle has been a favorite of ours here because
Yeah.
she is generous and giving, and every year our art auction always includes her artwork. It includes her artwork because she's so popular.
She's recognized. She's been awarded. She's also worked in the private sector as well. And so she is a very well-respected citizen of El Paso that we're so thankful that she gives us her beautiful work. So this is a very, very worthy piece of every penny. And we're at $250.
I know. Now
and the
remember,
value is only $800.
it's 24 by 20. And
it's not a print. It's not a copy. This is the real deal.
it's an original. And so where else are you going to get something as beautifully framed and set as an original oil that you can hang in your home or office and know that no one else has it? It's yours.
Absolutely. You know what? And it also can be kind of like, for a lot of people, family heirlooms. I know that my family inherited paintings from their folks.
Oh, my kids have already marked all the ones that are there they want.
They're forever, and they do imprint on the family, and they do help to inform family, keep families together in memories.
Absolutely.
And you may change, but the art's not going to.
Exactly. It was funny when my son moved to go to law school in San Antonio. As he's loading the truck with all of his stuff, the first thing he did was start picking up the paintings from my dad and from his sister's room, everything that he was taking with him. And I'm going, why is the wall bare here? And he says, oh, that was mine. I said, excuse you? I thought that was one of those wait till mom dies things. He says, no, I'm moving. I need one. Okay, then. There you go.
So the family memories. And another thing that I want to tell you about this is that for a winter painting, this is one of the most colorful winter paintings I have ever seen, where the play of where the icy snow patches are, there's little pieces of like turquoise and little pieces of a soft pink and blues in there.
Yeah.
And there's just so much detail that once you start looking at it and meditating it, it can take you for miles and miles and miles and many different stories.
And yet no one else is picking up the phone. All right, I know poor S is going, she wants me to sell. Okay, S, I'm at $250 on an $800 value.
Boy, S, you're so lucky.
You are so lucky.
And the frame is golden, it's gilded.
It's wonderful.
And it's not too fancy and frou-frou. It goes with some of the rustic ideas in the painting.
Yeah.
It's really a prize. And you can see, look at how big it is, Linda. I mean, look at it on screen.
Yes.
You know?
Absolutely. Okay, we're at $250 going, woof! Phone rang, sorry.
I hope that's somebody. What are our increments that we're going up, Linda?
25.
Okay,
so my next bid has to be $275.
I hope somebody can
And
do
two
that.
phones rang at once, and only one, only nothing. $250 going once.
Honorable award winner and symbol international art
$250
exhibit.
going twice.
Oh my goodness.
Sold for $250. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
S.
and
we appreciate
congratulations, felicidades. You're gonna really, really love this when you come.
She's
and pick it
starting
up.
to enjoy this now. Okay, let's go to
Oh, I love this one.
Thinking of You. Now, when we talk about creating a fantasy-like atmosphere, this is a perfect example. This beautiful piece by Maria Socorro Munoz has created exactly that.
Ooh, phone ringing already.
It's thinking of you, but here's the deal. The best part, you can, if you look at it, you can hear the water fountain. You can absolutely smell the flowers.
You can.
You absolutely can.
It looks like little sweet alyssum, the little white flowers that we plant. It smells kind of like honey. And when I first looked at this, I thought, this is like too good to be true. But when I started meditating on it and looking at the technique that Maria Socorro? Maria Socorro uses, it's like a dot technique. It's kind of like pointillism, but it's not. It's like what we're doing now with dots where you actually get the little texture.
Yes.
But it's done so neatly and tidily that everything feels manicured to perfection.
Yes.
Those flowers jump out and look so fresh and alive.
And the grass looks like it's just been mowed.
And another thing that I noticed is, look at how natural she is. She's wearing wearing a white gown and she's not getting it dirty. So this really is idealism. She's really caressing those flowers gently. Maybe she's making a garland. But look at her pretty face.
I know. It's
her pretty
gorgeous.
face is just so relaxed, like she doesn't have a care in the world, but she's thinking of you, whoever that might be.
Exactly. It's Maria Socorro Munoz generously donating this oil on board. Remember that it measures 20 by 24 and it's a $900 value. I'm looking for a starting bid of $300, and all it takes is for you to pick up that phone and dial 881-0013. Please remember, it's a win-win. Your bid on this fabulous artwork is not only a bid for beautiful addition to your home, but it's also a statement that you make that you're supporting the best. And in El Paso, West Texas, and southern New Mexico, the best is KCOS.
You can
Never
cut the cord
forget
just
that.
and keep KCOS.
Oh, God, I love KCOS. And so KCOS depends on you for every cent that we get in order to maintain the quality. And so if you want that, have you noticed what a safe harbor it is? We know that we can turn the TV on and that button on 12 or 13, depending on where yours is, will guarantee you quality programming and will guarantee you something that is going to be entertaining, educational,
Elevating.
Informative. Yes, absolutely.
You don't have to be embarrassed.
Not a bit. And you don't have to worry about the children watching.
That's exactly right.
That's why KCOS means so much to us.
And you know what? This right here is such a divine fantasy, because I want to tell you how beautiful this is to me, because the more I meditated on this when I was studying on it in line, the more I got into this kind of like Zen state of just peacefulness, because it is, if you look around at this picture, there is absolutely nothing that's in a state of decay or aging.
Not even a loose leaf.
No, there's no. You can tell that a dog has not, trot through the yard or anything like that, and just everything is at its most perfect state.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite pieces of this painting is that jolly tree where you can see over here on the far left side. It's just done so perfectly. I'd like to live there.
Yes.
And be that relaxed.
I'd
and
like my
to be able
yard
to sit
to
on
look like
terracotta
that.
in a white dress and not get dirty.
My husband's going to kill me for saying that. Anyway, okay, so we're not going to give this away. So if nobody's going to call us and start a bidding war, we're going to have to save this for later. In the meantime, remember, bid high, bid often. It's KCOS, and we need the money. Right, Monica?
I think that's a safe bet.
And
yes.
Curious George and Thomas A. Train and everybody else. Sesame Street, where many people in El Paso learn English or learn to practice their English, is from Sesame Street.
Have you ever been on the phone, Monica, when we're doing this stuff and we have people call us and say, I want to thank you, because of you I learned English? I've had people that were nannies that actually learned English from KCOS.
Mm-hmm. I might have been one of those people, actually. Well, I came over from Mexico not speaking English.
Yes.
And I learned actually by reading soup cans. Split pea was my first word.
And I know people in my family, it's the same thing. They came over from Mexico, or they were first generation American, and they were able to get fluent or more fluent and comfortable with English through Sesame Street.
Absolutely. Well, if you're just tuning in, good evening. Welcome to the 2019 KCOS Art Auction. I'm Monica Gomez, the volunteer MC for this evening's art auction. And as you've just heard, the topics can go anywhere, so be prepared. I want to thank our MCs, our auctioneers. Today and next weekend, you will have the opportunity to bid on and buy over 140 pieces of art from the El Paso and Las Cruces region. Each of these pieces was graciously donated to KCOS to support their mission of celebrating and preserving the arts. Proceeds from the art auction will go to supporting the PBS programs that you love each and every day on KCOS and Create TV. This year's art auction could not have been possible without the generous support of our local business sponsors. So please, let's take a moment for these messages from our wonderful local sponsors.
The Hal Marcus Gallery is El Paso's premier art gallery. Visit the Hal Marcus Gallery at 1308 North Oregon or online at halmarcus.com. Since 1980, Lonnie's Art and Frame has provided El Paso with high-quality custom framing. From posters and family photos to priceless works of art, no project is too large or too small. With El Paso's largest selection of frames and mats, you can be sure to find the style and design you're looking for. Lonnie's Art and Frame, 2035 Traywood.
We also want to take a moment to thank, of course, our food donors for today. Special thanks to Elmer's Family Restaurant, El Paso's original family diner. Elmer's is tonight's hospitality sponsor, so get to Elmer's for some special family fun time and enjoy their famous fried chicken. Find Elmer's at 6305 Montana Avenue. As always, we encourage you, our viewers, to support the local businesses who support our station. And thanks to our phone volunteers for donating their time and taking your bids. Yes. Speaking of bidding, here's a little more information. I'm going to pause right here for just a second. I didn't give them a chance to wave their paddles. Wave your paddles, would you? There we go. Yay. Okay, wanted to get that in. And we've possibly having a few little quirks with the phones. So if you call and you get cut off for any reason, just dial again. Speaking of bidding and dialing and whatnot, here's a little more information about how to bid.
How to bid. Bidding on items in the art auction is quick and easy to do. First, explore the collection online at KCOSArtAuction.org or keep your television tuned to KCOS. Then, when a piece of art catches your eye, call 915-881-0013 and a volunteer will assist you. Most items will be sold in less than 7 minutes, so bid high and bid often so you don't miss out on any of your favorite pieces. It pays to get the bidding started. If you're the opening bidder on any item in the art auction, even if you don't win the item, we'll give you a free fine art print. You can choose from one of the following 3 prints: Plaza Lights by Terrence Flores, El Paso by Hal Marcus, or Spaghetti Bowl by Terrence Flores. These are all beautiful local themes that you can have framed and keep for yourself or give as a gift. So call in quickly because it pays to bid first.
It's almost time to get back to the bidding, but just a quick note about the format of the art auction. We will present 5 art pieces every 30 minutes. You can keep track on our website by going to KCOSArtAuction.org to see a schedule of all the art coming up this evening. We will preview each of the 5 pieces in the next 30-minute set and then present and sell them one by one. So stay alert, call in as soon as you see a piece you're interested in. Like we shared earlier, most pieces will sell within 5 to 7 minutes. Also, depending on whether you view us on cable, satellite broadcast, or live stream, there is up to a 10-second delay between what you see on air and what's happening in the studio. So be sure to dial in early so you don't miss your favorite pieces. All right, we're getting ready to head back over to Marina Monsiváis and Gustavo Reveles for our next batch of art. Take it.
Thank you, Monica. We're happy to be back. You've got Marina here and my beautiful co-host, Gustavo Reveles.
Oh, thank you.
Isn't he gorgeous, people?
And he's single.
See, and he's single. He's not for auction, though. We're selling art today.
No.
We digressed a little.
We digress.
So you all know we have this cool format where we'll preview all the pieces before we jump in. And with that case, I give it to, again, the lovely and single.
Thank
Gustavo
you.
Reveles.
And we have 5 great pieces again this half hour. We have piece 11A, and it's a piece from artist Terrence Flores titled Yucca. It's a $300 value, and it's starting bid at $100. 11B, piece 11B, is by Claire DeSouge. It's a piece called Misterio, valued at $300, starting bid at $100. Then we have a piece by Margaret Bernstein called Earth Matters. It's valued at $525, starting bid at $175. That's piece 11C. Then we have piece 11D by local artist Patrick Gabaldon. It's a piece called Cactus. It's valued at $650, and starting bid is at $200. And the last piece in this half hour, piece 11E, is by local artist Jason Brewer. It's a piece called Birds of Duranguito, valued at $500, and starting bid is at $150.
Now, this is a dynamic half hour. If you've been looking, if you are the first bidder, you get to choose from 3 prints, 2 of which are made by this artist, Terence Flores, and 1 of which is made by our friend Hal Marcus, who is here as well. Yes. And I'm sure we'll be hearing from Hal here shortly. But Terence's pieces in particular, I mean, they are just fun, dynamic. You can feel the movement. And again, I mean, if you are a first-time art collector, this is one to have. I'm telling you, as someone who appreciates art and sees art here locally, Terence is one of those artists that you want to collect.
Oh, we have 100.
All right,
already.
we've got 100 in. So that person could potentially have 2 Terence pieces.
That's right. It's we have here at Bidder S. It's $100 and.
F100. All right.
So we have a $25 increment. So keep calling. This is a popular piece apparently. So
he's a popular guy.
This is a beautiful piece, like you mentioned. It's a great piece to have in your house. It's colorful. It speaks to a lot of things happening here in the Southwest and in El Paso. So 125.
All right, the bids are going up. They're creeping up.
So come on, guys.
All right. Oh, look, we've got a bidding war between
war.
F and S.
So come on, guys. Let's call in and own this beautiful piece by Terence Flores, and make sure that it's in your house. Call in. It's 881-0013.
They heard you.
They heard me. Come on, guys. We're gonna get some.
Oh my gosh! All the come on, let's get them all. We're missing 2.
175.
Wow.
175. Come on. 200. Who can come in at 200 right here?
Get us to 2. Get us
to 2.
Now, Terence is born here in El Paso. He grew up sketching and observing. His father was a painter. His father painted southwestern landscapes. But he didn't realize that, like his father, he could paint too. Kind of came to a little later. He's a carpenter by trade. But now he uses his background in graphic design to recreate southwestern landscapes, which is why you have these beautiful graphic elements, right? I mean, you can tell it's a yucca.
Right.
You can tell we're in the desert. But then the way he treats them is so cool.
It's just using all these shapes and these strokes that are just fantastic. You see the mountains in there. You see the yucca plant. You see the sky. And it's just fantastic.
I know. And this is one of those pieces that when you look at it up close and you stand far back, it changes.
Yeah.
Your whole eye changes. Your whole way of experiencing this painting changes. So it's one of those super, super dynamic pieces that, again, if you're a first-time art collector, I highly recommend making a bid on this piece. It's going to be a beautiful addition to your home, and it's an El Paso artist that's doing great things.
And if you're going to start your collection here in El Paso, what better way to start it than with a local artist, right?
With a local artist, supporting local public television.
That's right.
What more could you want?
Right. So we're still waiting for another $25 bid over here to get us to 200.
Come on, y'all. We're at 175. It's still a steal. You can get yourself a beautiful Terence piece. Whoever started off our bids could get 2.
Yes.
Potentially could get 2 Terence pieces.
Yeah, because they have that print, and yes, definitely. We have 1 minute, so you have 1 minute to bid for this piece. $25 bid increment will help. Will get you this piece. So get us to $200, and you'll take this beautiful piece home.
Yeah. The number to call, 881-0013. You can also take a closer look. I mean, these guys are doing a good job of showing you the strokes and the textures here, but you can also experience it online. We have our own website for this art auction because it's that cool. It's KCOSArtAuction.org. You can check out the pieces there as well.
And we are so cool, and these pieces are so fantastic.
I know, don't you love it?
So log on, take a look at them real quick because you have just seconds. Give us a call, 881-0013.
Oh, there we go. Come on now.
I think we're going to get us to 200.
Is it Bob Moore? Oh, you can feel free to stump Bob Moore, whoever just placed that call. Feel free to ask him a very, very difficult question. He can handle it. He's a grown man.
For once, you can ask him the question instead of him asking you the question.
That's right. Oh, look at our beautiful volunteers. Wave to the camera, y'all. Hi. See, they're waiting for you. Give them a call, 881-0013. Bid on this Terence Flores piece. Again, beautiful piece. It's gorgeous. You feel like you're there, but it's also like a fantasy, you know?
And I think we're about to close this and sell it, right?
Is it gonna sell? Are we closing the deal?
Oh, it's you. All right. So it looks like I'm waiting for a signal
Okay.
here to make sure that it's okay to say that it's
Call
sold.
it a day.
Yeah, call it a day on this piece.
How does it feel to hit that gong? Is it amazing? It's,
Yeah.
look,
Look
Chris is
at
ready to
Chris,
hit it.
just
Come on.
can't wait.
Seal the deal just to give this man the pleasure of hitting this gong.
All right, we're calling it, and it's been sold.
All right, done.
Yes.
And the gong has gone off. Oh, there we go. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We truly, truly appreciate you giving to KCOS. Okay, so this piece,
This is Misterio.
for several reasons.
Several reasons. So this is Misterio. It's a piece by artist named Claire DeSouche. We don't really know how to say her last name. We're guessing right here. It's a piece valued at $300. Starting bid is $100, and it's we're taking bids in increments of $20. And this is an interesting piece.
It's got a lot of movement. It's definitely dark.
It's dark.
Yeah, I mean, there's no other way to say it, right? I mean, y'all can see it, and I know that there's an audience for everything. So if you are feeling this one, it could be yours.
Yeah.
Starting bid is $100.
$100 and $20 increments if you want to start a bidding war. We have one,
This is
yeah.
it.
Yes,
All
we have one here.
right.
And this is like you mentioned. There's an audience for this, right? I mean, I
Absolutely.
think there's rooms and there's walls here that really can make this piece kind of sing and do what it's meant to do.
Yes, and I think it belongs in a very special place because whoever takes this piece really, really has to get it. I mean, it is complicated. It's got tons of movement. I don't know if it's pen and ink. Hal, do you know what it is? I don't know if Hal went, but it's a ton of detail, and you can see it, especially in the
So
sun.
C100.
All right,
So we already had
thank
100.
you.
So we need
C125.
We're at 125. So obviously this piece is speaking to certain members of our
Absolutely.
audience. Okay, C125.
It's going. It's
Increments
going.
of 20. So if you want to beat that, come on. Let's get us to 145 and take this piece home. Marina, this is an interesting piece. Like I can. Oh, F145.
We've got
There
a
we
bidding
go.
war going
We got a
on
bidding
here.
war.
I love it. Yes,
Yes,
Hal, I was
Hal.
asking you this.
Because I must tell you that I'm the one who donated this piece, and there's a lot of mystery to it. This belonged to Mago Gandara Orona, okay?
Who has that beautiful sculpture outside of her home.
Right, yes, and she was a wonderful artist. She passed away about 2 years ago, and she left this in the house, and they called me, and they said, tell me about it. Well, one thing I know for sure, it's got the non-glare glass on it, and it's got a really, really nice frame, and it's some sort of print. It's very, very mysterious, and I wish that I knew a whole lot more about it, but it's an awesome piece, and it was probably about a $2,000 value. And so it's a big mystery because there's all kinds of like animals and plant life and dead things and live things. So I just wanted to say that this is a very mysterious piece.
Yeah, no, we feel it too, and that's the thing, right? I knew it had a story and the origin story
Got two-
alone.
You know, we're
Right.
at 205 for this piece, so obviously
205.
something, the mystery's calling to some people here.
225. All right.
Awesome. Let's
Thank
keep
you.
calling,
And
guys.
to know that it came from the home of Mago is something.
Yes, definitely. And, you know, and
extraordinary artist.
And like Hall said, maybe the mystery calls to other people, right? And right, it's a mystery piece.
I agree.
Wow.
I think it's got a cool vibe, and I know there's a home for it. I mean, there's obviously a home.
And you
for
know
it.
what? And there's a story to tell here, and maybe 245.
245.
Yes.
See, bring
See,
it.
245.
I
So-
love this. I love that people are buying into the
Yes,
mystery.
yes, I love it.
Embrace the mystery.
Embrace the Misterio here.
Yes.
And it's you know, and again, you can sort of maybe do your research and try and get to the bottom of this piece.
Yeah.
It's signed, and
It's
you know,
signed.
we know
It's
the
ready to
artist,
go.
and then 265.
265. All right.
yes.
I love this. Leaning into the mystery.
Leaning into the mystery, right? Is there a Sarah McLachlan song or something?
Sure. I mean, we can just write it right
Let's
now,
write it,
Gustavo.
yeah.
Let's do this. The number to call, 881-0013. Obviously, y'all are calling on this one. Again, it's got this really, really neat, mysterious story that, in case you missed Hal telling us, it was in the home of Mago Gandara. She passed about a couple years ago.
Yeah.
You can't miss her home. If you live in Central El Paso, you know where she lived.
And Altura, yes.
And is it the Sirena? Is that her name?
Yes.
That's out there? Yes. So the piece outside of her home, you can't miss it.
It's a great piece there, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know it's St. Anthony.
St. Anthony. There you have it. See, we learn something every day. So you can. This is a different way to get a little piece of Mago too, because she obviously saw something really neat in this piece.
Yes.
Hal says she probably knew the artist.
Yeah,
we think she's French.
Well, it sounds French.
Yeah.
It could be French Canadian.
Right. Who knows? Who knows? I mean, really, you're in a place where you can build a narrative for this piece, and you've got a great starting point to go off of.
You know, it's a scavenger hunt here.
Yeah, right. Let's get to 300. Come on,
guys. Let's get to 300.
Come on, we'll get to 300. You embrace the mystery.
It's for KCOS.
Make some money for KCOS, and you get to take this beautiful piece home. I mean, it is pretty amazing.
Yes.
881-0013 is the number to call.
We are actually closing this bit. Hold on. It's
F.
okay. So it's close.
She's ready to represent F.
F is
F.
getting
Congratulations.
this piece.
Do we get to hit a gong?
Going once, going twice, and sold to caller F.
Yeah, I feel like that was a low gong, Bob. You need to
come on, Bob.
Get a mysterious gong.
Very, very apropos.
Gong.
Very apropos.
Oh, talk about color. Talk about color.
Look at this.
So cool.
So here we have Margaret Bernstein's Earth Matters. And it's valued at $525, but starting bid is $175 with increments of $25.
Now, our friend Margaret, I wish you could see this frame. You know, I do like. I'm very textural. It looks like a velvet frame, but I think it's got a treatment on it as well. Like the frame is also painted.
It's a texture.
It's texturized. It looks and feels like velvet. It's not. But that's the vibe that you get when you come up close. It feels like it's fuzzy, which is really, really cool. I don't know. This one makes me happy.
It makes me happy too. I love the color. I love the fact that it could really brighten up a room, and just kind of fit into any sort of decor that you have in there.
Yeah, this one goes with everything.
It goes with everything. It's like a little black dress for y'all.
That's right. That's right.
And it's really. It really does speak to kind of like the Southwest, even, you know, those sunsets that we get around here.
Right.
Maybe, you know. But what can you tell us about Margaret Bernstein?
Well, my friend Margaret, she was born in Dayton, Ohio. She has always loved art and had a passion for art. And, you know, she thinks that passing art down from generation to generation is important. And, you know, talk about a good story. You know, you can pick up this piece, contribute to KCOS, starting bid of $175, and then just keep it in the family. Why not?
Yeah, and art is such a great investment, such a great way to really pass on culture and stories, and to really craft your own stories as a family, even, you know. Marina, I know that you're a huge appreciator of art.
I love it.
And you know, it kind of just radiates in your home.
Yours too, because again, like, this is the deal. So you can pick up a piece of art, and then you'll never be the same. And then you're going to want more, and then you're going to want more. And then we just recommend that you keep buying them from the KCOS Art Auction.
Yeah, I mean,
why not?
What better way to buy art than here? Like, you can get a great deal and make a huge difference.
Now, Margaret, interestingly enough, is also an avid lover of public art, and she's been pursuing art in a more serious manner and working on a lot of public art projects a lot. Fun fact, she won the Abstract Art Award in the 2017 KCOS Art Auction.
Well, look at that. So it's sort of like a story to tell here, and sort of coming back to the circle of life here at KCOS.
Right, and may I call Margaret a repeat offender, because she is donating art to KCOS.
You know, and that's what's great about this auction. You know, that we get local artists that know the importance of public television and know how far these pieces will go in making sure that the El Paso region continues to have a strong presence in public television.
No, it's absolutely true, and it's thanks to artists like Margaret that, you know, keep contributing, that, you know, the station gets to benefit, and by the station benefiting, that means that we all get to benefit from public television.
It's such an important part of our community.
Absolutely. I think the ladies in the segment before us were talking about how it helped them learn English, and I remember the same thing. You know, learning my letters, learning my colors, and it just kind of happens.
Yeah, it does. I mean, so that's the story of so many of us here on the borderland. You know, you and I, you know, are also English language learners. And,
That's right.
And public television played a
huge
key
part
role,
of that.
Key role. I mean, even having lived across the border when I stayed home from school in Juarez, the only kids television was on TV was KCOS. So
Right.
that's
What you're watching.
Yeah, and you know, Letter People and Via Alegre and all these great shows.
Watch and learn.
Watch and learn. So we
All
have
right.
again a piece 11C, Earth Matters by Margaret Bernstein. Starting bid is a 175. We're not hearing those phones ringing. Come on, guys. Come on, El Paso.
We've got 1 minute left.
1
Come on,
minute left.
somebody make that phone ring. Give us a call. The number is 881-0013. You can take a closer look.
Look at that detail. Look
It's
at
so
that.
cool. It is so cool. At KCOSArtAuction.org. We're also streaming live on Facebook, although I hear that's neither here nor there.
It's chancy, but
You know,
we're
technology.
there. We're there.
But you got us on TV, you got us online. What
better
more
way?
could you want?
Yeah.
So give us a call, 881-0013, starting bid at 175.
Just
A
in case-
little less than a minute to go on
In
this
case
one.
you're wondering, this is oil with a touch of watercolor, so it's a little bit of mixed media here. And this piece, again, by Margaret Bernstein, it's called Earth Matters. Take it home. And it's a great piece that you can have for starting bid of $175. You have seconds to react.
I really wish you could see this frame because she treated it as well. So it's got, she painted it in a way that it looks and it doesn't feel fuzzy, but it gives you that vibe, right?
That texture.
It's got that neat velvet action happening.
Yeah. So if you have texture walls, it'll go perfect with that.
Yeah. I mean, it's ready to go too. It's beautiful. Can't say enough. Okay, Earth Matters 11C by Margaret Bernstein, still up for grabs. Starting bid 175. Now, if you're the first bidder, you also get to pick from a print. There's 2 Terrence prints and 1 Hal print that you can choose from as well.
Any of those prints would make a great addition to you know, any collection here, and they make great gifts whenever you need to give a
That's
gift.
right.
You know.
That's right.
So we're wrapping it up.
All
We're
right.
moving along now to 11D, and this piece right here is by Patrick Gavaldon, who's a friend of you and I's, Marina. He's a local artist, and he's been pretty prolific lately and really making a strong presence in the art scene. This is Cactus by Patrick Gavaldon. It's
K200. All right.
its value at $650, and we're starting at $200. So we're already starting at $100. I know we had a couple of
J225.
Yes,
all right.
So increments of 25. 250. So this one's going to be a
This
bidding
is
war.
a hot piece. Let me tell you again. Much like Terrence's piece, if you are a first-time art collector and you want to add a piece that's going to bring love and life and all sorts of good vibes into your home, this is the one that you want.
Patrick, 300. We're already at
300.
300.
All
Yeah.
right.
You know, Patrick has uses color in a very efficient and very effective way. So if you have a colorful home, this is a perfect piece for your house.
Or if you don't, that means you need some.
That you need some. You need Patrick in your life there.
K325.
325.
All right. Let's keep them ringing.
Let's keep them ringing.
So funny story. I told Patrick this morning, hey, I get to auction off one of your pieces today, and he gave us all right, 425. He gave us a little bit of information. So they were out in Big Bend and near the Colorado Canyon.
Yeah.
And nothing was blooming except for this guy.
Oh, look at that.
Except for this guy. So he said, they were in the canyon, came down to Marfa, spent 2 days painting. This is one of the pieces that he painted while that outing. And he said the coolest thing. He said that this cactus reminds him of El Pasoans. Resilient, beautiful, and stubbornly bold.
Dang, that's
Right?
so cool.
Talk about real.
That's so cool. And Patrick is such an amazing guy, such an amazing El Pasoan, and doing great work professionally and here as an artist, and making sure that people have access to art and have access to the beautiful things happening in El Paso. So if you're an art collector and you want to grow your collection, this is a great piece. If you want to start it, there's no better way to
Also
do
a
it than
great
with a
piece.
Patrick piece.
Another fun fact about Patrick is that, he doesn't do it alone. He's got a beautiful wife that really
Yes.
helps him do it. All
450,
450.
yes.
Monica, they are a neat package. They're always doing stuff. Sometimes they sell things online, and she's kind of helping them either package it, sell it, whatever they got to do. But
Yeah,
it's so neat.
They do a lot of branding, 475. Let's see.
475. All right.
Yeah, we're
This
almost
one's
getting
going.
it. Let's get to 500. Come on,
we
guys.
can
Let's
totally
get to
do
500.
500.
We got an excited crowd here in the studio, so
Yes.
let's keep that going. And we want to hear those phones ringing. We have a lot of people not picking up phones over here. Come on, guys. This is Patrick Avalon's piece, and it's called Cactus, and it's beautiful and bold and colorful.
It's a beautiful way to welcome some positive vibes into your home. Don't you feel it?
Yeah, it's great.
You feel the sunshine.
These bright colors. It's just gonna, liven up that room, liven up that wall that you have in your home.
Liven
in
up your
office.
life, Gustavo.
Your life.
This is life-changing piece of art right
That's
here,
right.
people.
That's
So
right. That's what Patrick does.
$500. Come on, let's do it.
Let's get to 500, guys. Come on.
Somebody. 881-0013. You can also check it out at KCOSArtAuction.org.
That's right.
Again, a beautiful piece to take home. If you are a Patrick Abaldon collector, this is a steal. So if you're looking to add to your Patrick collection, you can do that. If you're a first-time art buyer, this is a beautiful place to start.
Yeah. And I know a lot of people that have his pieces, so this is a great addition to
We
that.
happen to have two of them hanging in Paul's
I have
waiting
one
room
as
in
well
his
in my
office.
house. Yes.
Oh, we got to 5. All
Yes,
right.
yes.
I knew we could do it. I knew we could do
know.
it. But can we do 525? What do you think?
525.
Come on.
Can we get to
Can
the
we-
actual value of the piece?
Yeah, right. I think we can.
Yeah, and
I
that
know
way
we
can
can.
really make a difference here at KCOS if we get there, and I know Patrick will be excited about it as well.
525. All right.
Great.
All right. Here we go.
Here
This
we
is
go.
a $650 value.
Come on, guys.
You're getting a
You're
steal
getting
here.
a steal here.
I promise. And it's gorgeous. It's good vibrations. Patrick lives, works, paints here,
Yes.
and we get to benefit from it. And he, so cool. Just way into his community.
Yeah, he's-
always doing something, including giving this piece to
he's
us
a great
to
El
donate.
Paso and someone that's really giving back to the community.
550.
550.
100 more. We just need 100 more bucks. We get
Come
to
on, guys.
650.
100 more.
I know you can do it.
I know there's someone out there that wants to take this home for 650.
Right?
And we can get there. Come on, call
Oh,
in.
look, there we go. Oh,
There we go.
false paddle.
False paddle, no.
Come on,
So we're
come on.
still,
They
we're
look
still
so
at
excited.
550.
881-0013. Let's up that bid. Get us to 650. Get us to 600, and then we'll ask you
Yeah,
for
yeah.
650.
All right, let's baby steps here,
Yeah,
Maria.
yeah.
Baby steps. Let's get to 600, and then we'll get to
Then
where
we'll
we
talk
need to
about
go.
650. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get to where we need to go. Bob Moore's ready with that gong, but I don't want to.
I don't think
finish
it's
it.
no, because I really think we can make more on this.
Yes.
One. What do you think? What do you think?
Paul Rose on that phone, and I think he might.
He's got a bidder on the
He's got a
line.
bidder on the line.
They're definitely having a conversation.
That's a leading bidder. But
Lead bid. Come on. Somebody make that lead bidder go up 50 more bucks.
we can't let it go for this. Come on, guys.
Yeah, give us a call. 881-0013. A beautiful piece of our Southwest desert in your home.
Great. So let's hear those phone ringing.
Yeah, give us a call. 881-0013.
Or we can go to KCOSArtAuction.org. You can check out the details of that piece and make a bid.
So, we...
Oh,
Hi, Carrie Mo. Is she our lead
Is
bidder?
she our lead bidder? Oh,
Carrie
Carrie-
Mo, you can call us back.
Yeah. Come on,
You
Carrie.
can call us back, girl.
You
It's
shouldn't have said that
$50.
because now we're going to put you on the
That's
spot.
it. We're going to call you, Carrie Mo.
We're going
All
to
right.
wrap it up. It's
Going to wrap it up? We're
so,
going to sell it?
So we're going to sell it going
Going
once, going
twice.
twice, and sold. Yeah.
All right. That was some good gong.
That was some good gong.
That was some good gong. Patrick, thank you so much
Thanks,
for your
Patrick.
contribution.
Thank you.
Very, very cool of you. Okay,
great.
so
Moving on to our
moving
next
on.
piece. Another
dynamic El Paso.
another friend of ours, really.
Yes. What is up with that?
This is Jason Brewer. He's a local artist here and a local man about town. He does a little bit of everything.
He makes furniture. I mean, we can talk about that. Get us
Yeah.
started, Gustavo.
So this is Birds of Duranguito. It's a piece. It's an acrylic on brown paper. It's valued at $500. We're starting bid at $150 with increments of $25.
Now, Jason is clearly having some fun here.
Yes.
And you can see it. This bird is in the spotlight, possibly movie poster treatment. What do you think?
Yeah, it looks like it belongs in the Plaza Theater or something, right?
Right.
And Jason's a man that does a little bit of everything, huh?
Right.
And he does it all well.
And that is like, okay, fine. So you can make furniture, you can paint, you can draw, you can. All right.
175L. Okay, we have one.
All right, we got the party started on this Jason
Yes.
Brewer piece. Now, Jason, he's an artist, furniture maker, and chief hustler for Jack Rabbit Trading Company. How do you like that?
It's very, very appropriate. Yes.
That's right. He's got a background in communications, design, nonprofit management. He recently left his career in nonprofit to be
Yes.
an artist and dedicate his time to making furniture and painting such as this one. He's worked at several nonprofits before,
Yes.
and I think that's where that giving spirit comes, right? I mean, he understands the value of doing something like this for a local nonprofit.
And and as a transplant to El Paso, he understands what art and what public television really does for a community like ours.
Right.
He's worked with children before. He's worked with many other communities here, so he understands what the power of public television and the power of art. Obviously,
That's right. And this is the best of both worlds.
Yes.
You've got his wonderful piece of art, and it's all going here toward KCOS 8810013. We've got our starting bid, but there's room for more.
There's room for more. Come on, let's get us to $175. This is a great piece. Birds of Duranguito, obviously an El Paso theme piece of art here, and be a great addition to your collection, and hopefully we'll get people calling in.
I really love this movie poster treatment, or I don't know, kind of pop art. Not quite Campbell soup, but
No, not quite, but definitely like some sort of like you said, a movie poster sort of
Right?
premiere kind of thing.
having some fun. I think you're right. It does belong at the plaza.
We're not hearing those phones ringing, and that's upsetting me a little.
And we've
bit.
got a lot of phones.
Yeah, we have a lot of people waiting over here. We have one person on the line. They're the ones that made the bid. They're getting a print for making the first bid.
That's right.
So hopefully someone else will call and try and steal this away from that person.
Yeah, make that first bidder feel the heat.
Yeah. I mean, they can afford another $50 here.
Yeah, why not? It all goes toward KCOS and the beautiful programming that you see here. I know we grew up on KCOS. We grew up with all the cool PBS programming. But let's talk about how we're adulting to PBS too.
Yeah. That transition to from the morning shows and the kids show to just
Downton,
quality programming.
to Masterpiece Theater.
Sherlock.
Oh my
just
gosh.
like
All of it.
tons of great quality television.
That's right, and it's all here thanks to our friends here at KCOS.
Yes.
All you have to do is give us a call, 881-0013. Again, we're down to a minute.
We're down to a minute. So if you want this piece, if you want to bid on this piece, you got just seconds.
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 Can you feel it?
I feel it. The tension, the anticipation, the passion.
Ooh, check you out.
Anything that ends with shun. So let's get this going. Let's hear those phones ringing. So anyone who wants to take Birds of Duranguito by Jason Brewer home can call and make a bid and try and steal it away from our original bidder.
That's right. And again, I mean, talk about a beautiful price point. For $150, you can, well, actually, you need to outbid this person.
$175.
$175,
Yes.
you can have an original piece of art
Yes.
in your home, made by a local artist.
And framed.
And framed. Good to go. What
Yeah,
else could
good
you
to go.
want?
Yeah.
What else could you want? The number to call, 881-0013. We do have one person on the phone, but we have room for like 7 more. So by all means.
Yes, there's tons of people here that want to be answering those phones. They want to be busy.
That's right.
They
Make
want the
them work.
excitement.
Make these volunteers work, people. Make them work. 881-0013. Feel free to ask them questions. Bob, has anybody taken us up on stumping you on anything? Aha. Mm-hmm. He is ready.
Yeah.
He's ready for the challenge.
And he's
Stump
got great
Bob Moore.
stories. Just keep him on the phone, ask him a couple of questions.
Yeah.
They're all.
I did agree to speak to a women's group from one of the colleges.
Oh, see, already.
People are making connections here
That's
already.
right, that's right.
So we'll you get 2 for the price of 1. You get art, and then you get a great speaker out of Bob Moore over here.
That's right.
Give us a call.
Number to call, 881-0013, 881-0013. We've got a bid going on for $150, but we can always use more.
Yes, we need more.
That's right. Because, again, all of your donations toward these beautiful pieces of art go toward the programming here at KCOS.
Yes. And this piece is going once,
Going twice.
going twice, and sold.
All right.
For 150.
Thank
Great.
you. Congratulations. That person got a steal.
A steal.
That's
So
what
thank
happened
you,
right
thank
there.
you.
That's
well,
what
we had
happened right there.
great set. And I think we're going to pass it on
Alrighty
to...
then. That was an awesome job, Marina Monsis Weiss, the lovely Marina, and the equally lovely Gustavo Reveles. Now that Marina started that, I believe it was. Okay, so far, if you're one of our lucky winning bidders or you become one later on during the auction, here's what you need to know about picking up and paying for your art. Also keep in mind that in addition to purchasing art, you can also support KCOS by becoming a sustaining member, and one of the best benefits of KCOS membership is online access to PBS Passport.
Pick up and pay information. If you are the confirmed winning bidder on an item, congratulations. After you win the item, a KCOS staff member will call you back within the hour to confirm your bid and take payment. You can pay with any major credit card, cash, or check. Please note we don't charge tax, but there is a 5% buyer's premium to help defray the cost of processing payments. We want you to get your art as soon as possible. Pickup times begin Sunday from 3 to 8 p.m. and continue on Monday and Tuesday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. If you have additional questions or need special pickup or shipping arrangements, please call 915-590-1313. Thank you.
A new chapter begins.
Now you can access more of your favorite PBS shows than ever before.
This is the future!
With PBS Passport, a member benefit that lets you binge many of the latest shows and catch up on your favorites.
We really are living in the modern world.
Anytime you want.
Wow, how about that?
Anywhere you are.
There's literally nothing like this in the world.
Support your PBS station and get Passport, your ticket to the best of PBS.
Alrighty then, we are getting ready for another round. We're going over to our auctioneers, Jennifer Stafford Thomas and another lovely man, Hal Marcus.
So we're going to introduce 4 more pieces. Is that right? Yep. Okay. And then we'll get ready to sell them. If you all were watching last night, we had a whole lot of fun. I almost had to eat my hat, but I didn't have to.
Hide the salt and pepper,
That's
please.
Right. Yeah.
Please bid.
And
We don't
I'm
want to
wearing
see
my
that.
new vest that Aaron Torres just made for me out of my old ties. Take a look
Check
at the back
it
of it.
out. It's all made out of silk ties.
Okay, so
It's fancy schmancy.
we're ready to
mister.
sell lots of artwork. Okay, what's the first piece we got?
Okay, the first piece we have
There,
is
it's by Bob Diven. I think that's the old stagecoach station in Old Mesilla.
It sure is. It's the old, in fact, the, well, I'll get to it in a second. Yeah, so it is Horse and Carriage by Bob Diven, and it is a signed limited print
Very
edition.
well-known artist from Las Cruces, and we'll tell you more about that in a minute. Let's go ahead and show the next one.
All right. And this coming up
It's
next.
coming up. Oh, the Jose Cisneros.
God,
This is the
beautiful.
artist's journey. This is a very large 24 by 20 piece of the cover of his book, and it's signed in the bottom right in pencil. And it's Jose Cisneros, and it has this kind of copper metallic paint on it. It's a very stunning piece, very beautifully framed. If you all collect Jose Cisneros, this is a piece to go in your collection because it's actually the cover of the book enlarged. Okay?
And it is so huge, it's really going to be a focal point for your wall,
This
too.
is what they call ephemera. When you have a famous artist like Cisneros, you look for ephemera. It's very kind of rare. It was used for the promotion of his book back in the early 90s.
That's amazing.
Let's see what's next.
All right.
Oh,
I love
your
that.
teacher, my old teacher.
Yes, Dr. Robert Massey.
Dr. Robert Massey. He was my teacher at Texas Western for a brief while. And this one's called Butterfly. It's a print, but the original one was done in egg tempera.
Yes, we'll talk about that, too,
Yeah,
because I studied egg
yeah.
tempera with
Gorgeous.
Dr. Massey.
And we just had this thing framed, and it is absolutely gorgeous with museum
And
quality.
it's a very, very rare medium. You don't hear about egg tempera anymore.
You don't
It's
hear
very
about Robert Massey that much either.
No, and I loved his artwork.
Yeah,
it's
he-
very, very sculptural and very strong.
He was a great artist.
Yeah,
he
he
really
was.
was. Okay, and the next piece by
Bassel?
Wolfe. I can't remember the date on this, but I think it goes back to the 60s, if I'm not mistaken. It's a limited edition
Yeah, it's got
print.
that kind of style.
Right, and it's very hard to do.
And it's called
a print like
Fallen
that.
Leaves, yeah.
And it has just that color of that one leaf that fell. This is a fantastic piece, wonderfully framed and ready to be purchased by someone out there in El Paso TV
And
land.
it's got that really hip kind of 70s feel to it,
it's
you
really,
know.
it's really cool, and it's quite large. It's 28 by 32 inches. And the last piece, right before we're going to get ready to start selling this. And remember, if you're the first bidder, whether or not you win the piece, you get a free work of art. Okay, so that's a more incentive.
Please do.
$450 value of a print, Canciones de la Revolucion by Manuel Acosta. Of course, everybody knows Manuel Acosta. Probably the two greats are the Tom Lee and Manuel Acosta. This is signed by hand, beautifully framed. The Revolucionario with his bullets and his trumpet.
Bandoleros.
Yes, that's right. And then the white typical kind of peasant outfit with the big sombrero. This is a beautiful Manuel Acosta. So everyone out there in TV land, it's Saturday night. Let's get started with the bidding. Okay, we're going to move right over to here.
Awesomeness.
Bring all your paperwork, and we're going to get a close look at this Bob Diven. Let's see, we have a starting bid of only $150. And you know as well as I do, Jennifer, that the frame is worth $150.
Easy, and it's a double mat too.
Right,
so.
and it has a value betwing $250 and $300.
And it's got some beautiful molding. It's really gorgeous.
We have this guy. It looks like he just got off the stagecoach. Looks like the guy is looking at the wagon wheel, like they might have had some problems. They are in Olmecilla. Okay, some people down there in Olmecilla right now. You know who Bob Diven was? He was a kind of a Renaissance man. He still is. As a matter of fact, I think he's having an exhibit right now at the Brannigan Center in Las Cruces. You know the fair that they have every year, the Renaissance Fair?
Yeah.
He created the big dragon in the water.
Awesome.
He also was a sculptor. He did the Billy the Kid.
And he does this so well, this realistic historical drawing. Yeah, and this is 16 of 50?
Number 16 of 50, and it's hand-signed. It's a print by Bob Diven. Do I have someone out there in TV land that wants to give me $150 for a little bit of history of Las Cruces and Olmecilla?
And it's a history of a man, too. I mean, we'll get more into the history of this picture, but Bob Diven is somebody to be completely excited about. If you haven't heard about him, certainly recommend that you Google his name.
That's right.
And find out more, because he is really, really an upcoming legend.
There you go. You can see the sign of the Olmecilla. You can see it's probably done originally with a pencil. It looks like kind of graphite.
Yeah.
And it was reproduced only 50 times, and it's signed twice. It's signed once in the plate and once by hand. Some people who out there who love, the old train stations. Well, this was what they used to use before they had train. They had a station
this was how
just
you
for the
did
wagon
mail.
train. This is how you traveled.
Okay, and this was not Pony Express.
Little bit of
it
history.
was mail.
Little bit of history.
This is how they would haul the mail, and this is how they began to
That's
haul
how they traveled.
passengers.
That's how they traveled.
To expand into the West. And so this building is still in Olmecilla. It's not being used that way anymore, but there is a placard out there that does mark it, because this is the Butterfield Trail.
It's probably
the Butterfield Overland.
Camino Real, probably the Camino Real, the Butterfield
Part
Trail.
of it, and then there's also El Paso is part of this system of sending mail, etc. And right here, what we're seeing is the two horses that we're pulling, probably what's called a mud wagon. It's not a real huge one, but the guy here is checking out to make sure everything's okay. Switch out the horses like they would for Pony Express.
Give them something to eat, something to drink.
Right,
Probably
and
going
let the
on
other
to,
ones.
Where are they going on to Deming or something?
They
like
were
that?
actually going to be heading out to another station. When it was in Picacho.
Oh.
And back at the time, Anthony, New Mexico, Anthony, Texas, that was called Cottonwoods. And they had a place out there because they would go really, really fast over these terrible, not even roads.
Very authentic.
And
you
so,
see the adobe. We're looking at only $150 for the opening bid. Do we have anybody calling over there? Come on, you guys. I know you're out there.
You can see the typical
It's a signed
architecture.
Bob Diven. A beautiful piece here.
Yeah, and the architectural style of it is called territorial. And that's what you see when you go to Old Mesilla, just what's kind of south of Las Cruces if you're not from our area.
What's it say on that sign there?
It says,
I know it says Old Mesilla.
It does say. I have to put my glasses on too.
Put my glasses
We're getting
on
old
too.
now.
I know.
The old people get the glasses out.
I know.
Okay, but it says, if the sign reads Butterfield Overland Stage, La Mesilla, New Mexico.
Okay.
So this was the real official deal.
Very authentic, the way he's dressed with his boots, his hat.
Oh yeah, and this guy right here that's standing up, he's got his hands on his kidneys there.
Right.
And that is no joke, because riding on or in a stagecoach
New Mexico, better
was
Fairfield
rough.
Overland.
It was
I
really,
think
really
it said
hard.
store. It was the Overland store.
Well, they would have ways
Ah,
for
with a
passengers to go in.
Yeah.
Yeah, and buy things before they get on the road.
Okay, how are we
Oh, my
doing here? We
goodness.
got to move on. We got one more minute. Okay, I'm going to drop it down to $100 here. We got about 34 seconds. If you're out there in TV land, if you want to put $100 down on this piece of artwork, it'll be yours. Okay,
I don't want to see
this
you
is
eat
the
your
last
hat.
chance.
I can.
I don't want to eat
stand
my
it.
hat or anything
No,
like that.
it's a
You're
nice
out there
hat.
in TV land.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is a good opportunity for you to get yourself a beautiful work of art that's also a piece of history. I know people out there know Bob Diven, okay? I know people who have been Las Cruces know who Bob Diven is, a wonderful work of art. If not, we're going to move on to the next. We got a phone
Say by
ringing
the
here.
bell.
$100 for
Okay.
framed, signed print by Bob Diven. Don't make me eat my hat.
We were getting the salt and pepper,
Okay.
or salsa, jalapenos for
We're
you.
working on it. What else can you tell me about it, Jennifer?
Okay, well, this right here is so important because it's part of what was called territorial architecture.
100. Thank you out
ándale,
there.
gracias.
Wow, I was really sweating. My hat was getting ready to say,
And,
you know.
and you know, it's no joke.
It's made out of hemp, so it's not that bad.
just don't put it on fire.
It's CBD.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
not,
there
it's
you go.
Not, it's not. Okay.
Like when you go to Santa Fe, you see
So we're
this
looking
kind of
for
territorial
110.
style.
Looking for 110. We got 100. We got 110. Okay, for a beautiful Bob Diven.
So they would use this kind of like Greek revival or Gothic architecture around the doors,
It's a
but
piece
they
of
would
history.
use
It's a piece
the
of
adobe
history.
and the stucco.
And it's framed, ready to go, double matted. All right, so we got 100 going once, 100 going twice. Get ready with that gong, ladies and gentlemen.
Are we ready to rock and roll?
And sold.
Thank you so much, Kay. We
Man.
really appreciate it. That was awesomeness.
Remember, all the money here goes to the beautiful TV station, KCOS. Okay, so
and all the great programming
and all the
that
great
you can cut the
programming.
cord.
So we're here. Everybody here's a volunteer.
It's because we've got
All
a
right.
really loving community here.
By the way, out there in TV land, if you don't know about it, next weekend, the 4th and 5th, we have the Art Studio Tour of El Paso. So check your El Paso scene. A lot of beautiful art studios are going to be open, including mine. Hint, hint.
And it is gorgeous, Hal.
So here we go, the book cover for The Artist's Journey, and it was written by John O. West, the wonderful historian, book writer. So this is beautifully framed. It's signed in the right-hand corner. It's done in a beautiful type of, you can't see it on the screen here, but where it's black, it's actually turquoise, okay? It's actually turquoise
sure is. It's
and
kind
gold.
of that greenish jadey
Turquoise and gold, okay? So it really, really pops. And it's large, 24 by 20 inches, okay? So it's a pretty big piece.
But you know what? It feels larger. It
Mhm.
really does. There's something so majestic about it.
Yes.
And how that color of the copper, you really get the metallic sense in it. I
Right,
mean, you
right.
can feel the metal.
Yes. So, okay, so it's a $300 value, opening up at only $175. $175 out there.
amazing.
It's a sign. So you can see a little bit more of the green
Yeah.
right now. It's actually lighter than that.
And
but
all that detail.
Yes, And so we're looking for only $175 for the framed,
That's
large,
unbelievable.
24 by 20. Now, this is not book size. This is about 4 times the size of the original book. And this Jose Cisneros book is actually the Bible of Jose Cisneros. It's about his whole life, written by one of the great historians, John West. And so they used this, and they probably, I don't know how many they made, but it was probably less than 100. It was just for a book signing, okay? And this was signed by Jose Cisneros in the bottom right-hand corner. So we're looking for an opening bid of $175.
I can't believe that is so low.
Yeah, $175 for the framed Jose Cisneros, The Artist's Journey book cover with a metallic gold with a dark kind of emerald. I guess you would call
Copper.
that emerald.
Yeah, a little bit. And it's so
Yeah.
coppery.
And even in the way the horse was printed, it's in emerald. It's not
Yeah,
black.
right. It is
Uh-huh.
gorgeous. And it's got all the classical Jose Cisneros, beautiful cross hatching,
Mm-hmm.
the understanding the character of the conquistador and understanding the spirit of the horse. Everything is right here. And what did you call it? Ephemera?
Ephemera, well, things like that are works of art that are like posters and movie tickets and photographs, promotional type materials. It's called ephemera. A lot of people collect his originals. By the way, we have some original Jose Cisneros coming up later on today. We have two of them that are extraordinary. We also have Tom Lee that are extraordinary
and original.
And they are originals. Okay, but this is framed up and ready to go. It's $175. Of course, you know Jose Cisneros had his work published in over 500 publications, but there was only about 3 of them that were dedicated to his life.
And if you don't know
this
him,
has 350 works of art inside of this book.
Yeah.
Okay, and this is the cover blown up about 3 times the size.
And he was knighted by the King of Spain. Just that.
He was,
that's
several
nothing big. Just knighted by the King of Spain.
He wasn't knighted by several presidents of the United States, but he was acclaimed. He was recognized.
Yes.
He actually went to the White House.
And he was born in Mexico in 1910, and he
All
received
right, we're
some
going to wrap it
schooling
up.
in
I'm getting the
Valle de
sign here,
Allende.
so we're going to go on to the next one, which will be going over to the
Dr.
Robert
Massey.
Massey. This piece might come back up later tomorrow if you're interested.
It
or if
is
you want
beautiful.
to bid on it, the phones are still open, okay?
And somebody must be eating dinner. People must be eating dinner or something because that was
No,
only
they're
$175.
watching. They're all here. They're all waiting for this piece is coming up right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is Robert Massey, Dr. Robert Massey. Yes. The original of this was done in an egg tempera. It's absolutely beautiful. It's called the Butterfly. Okay, it's a $400 value. It's framed beautifully with a triple matte gold frame. It's kind of, you can't sell, but it's raised up in a shadow box.
Right.
Opening bid of $225.
Awesome. We're getting our first.
You know,
bid
this
in
is
there.
probably one of the most, I'm serious, probably one of the most beautiful pictures in the auction for these 4 days.
For the brilliance of the color, the composition, the subject matter, and that egg tempera.
The colors just pop.
How do you,
225.
Awesome,
Thank you.
yes.
We got 225. We're looking for 250. We got 225. We're looking for 250.
Now, this is a print of the egg tempera, but egg tempera, there's 2 ingredients in egg tempera. That would be the raw pigment, the ground pigment, usually from France or Italy, the earth pigment, and an egg yolk without the skin around the egg yolk. A little bit of water and tiny little brushes where it has to dry.
It glows. It really, and
it's transparent.
They got these 3 women, you know, and then the little girl is chasing a butterfly. I mean, the colors, it's framed beautifully.
And the way that it works also is that there are so many undescribable textures and little peekaboos of different layers of translucent color that is richer than any other color that you can get because egg tempera is so precious.
This frame on this piece is a $225 frame.
Yeah,
I know because I framed it. I had it seriously. I had it framed. Okay, and so someone has this in their art collection. They're getting a bargain.
And you know what? It's really complimentary with that lavender violeta color for the matte. That really works well.
Dr. Robert Massey. I think he was born in Oklahoma. And he got his BFA, he's got his master's, and he went on to have. There's not that many people in El Paso that became a doctor in painting. A doctor in painting in El Paso. Okay, there are not that many. I don't know of anybody who's got a doctorate in painting.
PhD.
PhD, right?
Massey. You know, he was a very serious man, and he was a very serious artist.
I'll tell you how serious he is. He gave me an F in painting when I was 20 years old. That's how serious this guy was. And that's a true fact. You can read about it in my book that was written by Monica Gomez over there. Right, Monica? Okay. So we kind of butted heads. But I did value that he was a great painter. He knew how to paint. I don't know about being a teacher, but he knew how to paint.
He knew how to teach egg tempera very, very well. I really learned a lot about.
So we're looking for $250.
Gross. And you know what? He was born in Fort Worth. And he got a master's of fine arts from Syracuse University, and he got his PhD from Austin.
He lived right over there in Kern Place, right across the street from the park.
And he moved here in 1953. And he participated in many exhibits through the Southwest. And you know, his work is noted for his portrayal of Mexican life. And what I understand about this piece right here is that it was inspired by Oaxaca.
Ah, yeah, that's right. I read about that,
Okay,
about the
and
women
you
of
can tell
Oaxaca.
by the brilliant, beautiful
Yes,
colors
yes.
of the plants.
This actually came out in a portfolio with Cisneros and Tom Lee and Manuel Acosta and Bill Colliker. I'm remembering now. It came in a portfolio
Wow.
put out probably about 1975.
Wow.
We got one more minute. If you all are back there in TV land and want a beautiful
Oh,
piece
it's so fun.
for $250, this is your opportunity. It's Saturday night. Just pick up the phone. This is something you won't regret, okay?
And how I see something, maybe it's just me, but I always see stories in artwork. And so here we have these three very modest, very, very lovely young women. And notice their very modest attire, and they're casting their eyes very modestly. And this middle one looks like she's about to pass out, and they're going to hold her up. Because look at how immodestly the modern little girl is dressed, where she's showing her legs in all innocence. And really great design here, because the color of the butterfly is the same color as the little dress and
very
socks.
sweet.
It
Okay,
is
so
really
we're going
sweet.
225 going once. Uh-oh, the phone's ringing. You better hurry.
right.
225
It's never too
going 1.5.
And we want you to bid. Often you can get pre-registered to bid. You can be looking at these beautiful paintings.
You don't even
online.
need to pre-register.
All right.
250. 250.
All right. I misled you. You
250.
don't have to pre-register. You don't have to do that.
250. I got
Woo!
250.
Gracias. Oh.
Okay, now we're looking for 275. We got
Thank you,
250 looking
O.
for 275. Robert Massey.
Okay, Dr. Massey. This is so pretty.
Okay, we got 250 going once.
All right, we're getting it together, Hal. So, I mean,
I can see the influence of like on Manuel Acosta.
yeah, there's a sculptural
You know what I mean?
quality
and
to
Manuel
it.
Acosta was going to school at that time too.
Okay.
During these periods, I'm talking. This was probably done about 1960. The original 1960.
Definitely.
Okay.
All right. Awesome.
250 going once.
Thank
Are we
you,
at
O.
250?
Are we really at O?
250 going twice and sold for 250.
Felicidades. Oh,
Okay,
gracias.
thank
Abrazo.
you. Thank you.
All right.
Is it Bassel?
Yeah, Bassel.
All right. Okay. Okay. Now we're going to Bassel. Whoop,
Wolfe.
you got the information on him there?
Do. I better. Yes, I do.
Oh, he was the one born in Oklahoma. Okay, now I got it.
Yeah, this is Fallen Leaves by Bassel Wolfe.
Is that 30? Oh, this is a lithograph, okay, and it's called Fallen Leaves. It's really big. It's 28 by 32 inches. It's framed behind glass. Look how nice they had it photographed. You know, it's hard to photograph
Really
things behind
pretty.
glass. It's actually more stunning
Yeah.
in person.
Yeah, it is, because it's really massive.
You know, it was probably done like on a zinc plate. I don't know. Maybe Bassel's out there in TV land and he can call up and tell us. He's a wonderful artist. He still paints all the time. And this is number 6 over 30. Okay. It has a $350 value. It's opening up at only $150. Bassel Wolfe. Can you tell us a little bit about Bassel Wolfe,
I
Jennifer?
would be delighted to. Bassel Wolfe got a start in art as a farm boy in Oklahoma. That's what you were channeling there, Hal.
Right.
An early fascination with drawing was encouraged by, this is what he says, was encouraged by my father with a slate blackboard from a demolished schoolhouse that became one of the first surfaces upon which I drew before I was old enough to go to school. And so Bassel Wolfe was living next to the famous 101 Ranch and two Indian reservations, served as a major influence on his love for Western subject matter. And although he never worked as a cowboy, Wolfe frequently visits working ranches, taking hundreds of photographs that depict both unique livestock, such as the
Right.
contemporary.
Now let's look at the picture a little bit closer. There's only one leaf that's in color here. Okay, only one leaf in color, which probably means he had to put it through the press another time just to put into color. It was done in 1974. This type of printmaking was real big in the 70s. I think it was done on a metal plate where they mask off different areas and they dip it into acid and with
right,
different
and etch
grades.
it.
And different grades of etching gets the whites to the gray. Now you have the wood, you have the branches, you have the dead leaves, and then
dead
you have
vines.
this one leaf that fell from out of the sky and it landed there. So it's kind of a surreal at the same time
And it's got that 70s
as being
mod
very
look.
realistic. It's only $150. You can have this beautiful Bassel Wolfe print from 1974. That makes it practically like 35 years old, something like that, 35, 40 years old.
More than that. I graduated from high school 41 years ago, and that was 1978.
Okay.
Yes, we're talking about 50 years.
Well, I'm not good at what is it? 150?
Yay!
Okay, so we got
Fabuloso.
150. We're looking for 175. I know people out there know Bassel. He's
got pieces in Las
living in
Vegas.
this area
He's
forever. He's a fantastic artist. He does Western artwork.
Yeah,
he does
he
very
started
realistic.
really
If you
young.
get on your phone right now and go to BasselWolfe.com or just Google Bassel Wolfe, you're going
Yeah.
to find so much information on a
This
great
is kind of an unusual piece
El
for him.
Paso artist.
Yeah, and this is like a super hip piece because he was known mostly for southwestern imagery
Right.
and imagery
This
that
was
surrounded ranches and
very
horses.
innovative for him. It's kind of surreal, but very realistic.
But you know, with his background in commercial art
That's
being
right.
what it was, you can
He
really
had
see
a
this
background
is
in commercial
slick.
art. Yeah.
This is
But
really
this
sick.
is not
and-
commercial. This is like fine art.
And it does have a story to it to me.
Yeah.
And even though everything looks
big.
dead,
Yeah.
here you have that little glimmer
Right.
of gold and
Yeah, a
hope.
little bit of life in it.
You know what
yeah.
I mean?
No,
That
it's a
all
beautiful,
is not
beautiful
lost.
piece. And it's framed behind. The frame is worth $150.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we got 150. We're looking for 175. This is a great way to support your local television station and get yourself a beautiful work of art. We're going to go on to another piece here right after this. I think it's the Manuel Acosta. I want to remind you that don't turn off your TV, don't switch channels because we have some original Cisneroses. We got Virginia Paris. We have Bill Colliker. We have a wonderful. We're looking for 175, and we're going to have to wrap it up. They told me I only have 34 seconds.
Aye. Let's talk
We got
quickly.
150. Looking for
Please.
175. How are we doing over, Natalie? We got something on the phone here with Bob.
This is
Looking for
another piece that's just
175.
got that groovy, hip 70s vibe. Everything
Okay,
from the
150
70s is
going
popular
once.
again.
150 going twice. Thank you, El Paso, and sold.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Kay,
Okay.
that's awesome. You're going to love it. It's huge.
All right. Well, I didn't have to eat my hat on that one either,
Oh,
so
I'm
that's good.
relieved. We've still got a couple more rounds to go.
No. We're selling every piece.
We
Or
better.
my name isn't Hal Marcus. Sell. That's what my dad told me. Location.
Smart words.
The
Wow,
phones
we're-
are still ringing. Okay, we
we're
got this
rocking and rolling
Manuel
already.
Acosta. 200. All right. Is that the opening bid?
The opening bid for this would
We'll find
be
out
the
right here
value's
from Natalie.
450. 200 is our opening bid.
200. Okay, we got 200, right, Natalie? 200.
Yay,
Okay, we got
thank you
200. We're looking for
already.
250. We got 200. We're looking at 250 for this
So pretty.
Canciones de Revolucion. This one is actually dated. It says 8/18/1976. It's written by Manuel Acosta. I actually saw
43 years
I
ago,
actually saw
43
the
years.
original of this in his studio when he was alive, and it was about 6 feet tall. He was so proud of it. It hung right above his piano.
Wow.
Right above his piano.
And it's got his classic Manuel Acosta colors, that he was so
you
famous
notice
for.
he's not holding a gun, he's holding a trumpet.
Yeah.
What do you think that means?
I don't know. Maybe
he says,
he's...
like, we're coming.
Yeah, that's right.
We're coming. We're gonna steal from the rich and give to the poor.
Who knows? Because, the Revolution was part of El Paso history.
It's the song of the Revolution. Oh, that's why.
Yes, Canciones.
This was Canciones de la Revolución.
Verdad
Okay.
que sí, that would
Duh.
make total sense.
How
Well,
about us? We know we're gringos.
Well, speak for yourself.
I'm
honorary.
Jewish and Arabic, and here I am being an expert on the Mexican Revolution. All right,
my
so
daughter's Mexican American, so I guess I'm somewhat, you know what I mean? There you go.
all right.
So-
Well,
so-
we're all
there
Mexican
we go.
Americans
Yeah.
here. All righty, right, Monica? We're all Mexican Americans, right? Yeah, one or another. Okay, all right.
And then over here, one of the things about this is a contrast of what could be violence with the bandoleros, but we've got the flowers,
he's
and
a
then we've got
piece.
the
He's peace and love,
beautiful
peace and love.
arches.
Sombrero.
And we've got the guitar, and the guitar strap looks like it's in satin or
That's
silk.
not a guitar strap. Those are bullets. Those are for bullets.
No,
Yeah.
aquí.
Yeah. What are they called? The belts with the bullets.
Bandoleros.
Bandoleros.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about the red silk over the guitar.
Manuel Acosta, front cover Time Magazine, 1969. He was born in 1924. He died in 1989.
Beloved El Pasoan.
Iconic, wonderful man. He was a friend of mine. I knew him.
He wasn't just famous for his art; he was famous for his personality. He was a doll.
Probably the best Mexican American artist that ever came out of this region, and we can go on and on and on of why he did the famous portrait of Cesar Chavez,
right?
He was a big
with Peter
inspiration.
Hurd in murals.
Yes, he worked with Peter Hurd.
That's right.
We're looking at $225 for this signed, framed Manuel Acosta print of the Mexican Revolution.
Yeah, and Hal, you really are an Acosta expert, because I see that you've had many exhibits here in El Paso, since his death at your gallery.
Right. We have had many exhibits with him and Tom Lee and Jose Cisneros with original works. This is a beautiful piece in a very good condition. It's a double mat with a nice, beautiful brown frame. And he's wearing his huaraches. He's got the guitar down there at the bottom. That's part you can't see it because it has the band going down there. But there's a guitar at the bottom and this archway that looks like it came out of a church.
Yes.
We've got 200. We're only looking at 225. We're trying to wrap it up. El Paso, I know you love Manuel Acosta. I know you love art. I know you're at home.
This has got
it's
such a
Sunday night, and you got nothing to do but buy art. So here we go. Going once for $200 for the Canciones de la Revolucion, going twice and sold for $200.
Thank you.
Thank you, El Paso. We'll be back.
Gracias, El Paso.
Don't go away.
Hal and Jennifer, and some lovely pieces just went by, and there will be more. If you're just tuning in, good evening and welcome to the 2019 KCOS Art Auction. I'm Monica Gomez. I'm your volunteer MC for the evening. Today and next weekend, you will have the opportunity to bid on and buy over 140 pieces of art from the El Paso and Las Cruces region. Each of these pieces was graciously donated to KCOS to support their mission of celebrating and preserving the arts. Proceeds from the art auction will go to supporting the PBS programs that you love each and every day on KCOS and Create TV. This year's art auction would not have been possible without the generous support of our local business sponsors. So please take a moment for these messages from our wonderful local sponsors.
Okay.
The Hal Marcus Gallery is El Paso's premier art gallery. Visit the Hal Marcus Gallery at 1308 North Oregon or online at halmarcus.com. Since 1980, Lonnie's Art and Frame has provided El Paso with high-quality custom framing. From posters and family photos to priceless works of art, no project is too large or too small. With El Paso's largest selection of frames and mats, you can be sure to find the style and design you're looking for. Lonnie's Art and Frame, 2035 Traywood.
We also want to take a moment to thank our food donors for today. Special thanks to Elmer's Family Restaurant, El Paso's original family diner. Elmer's is tonight's hospitality sponsor, so get to Elmer's for some special family fun time and enjoy their famous fried chicken. That's at 6305 Montana Avenue. And as always, we encourage you, our viewers, to support the local businesses who support our station. And thanks to our phone volunteers for donating their time and taking your bids. Speaking of bidding, here's a little more information on how to go about that.
How to bid. Bidding on items in the art auction is quick and easy to do. First, explore the collection online at kcosartauction.org or keep your television tuned to KCOS. Then, when a piece of art catches your eye, call 915-881-0013 and a volunteer will assist you. Most items will be sold in less than 7 minutes, so bid high and bid often so you don't miss out on any of your favorite pieces. It pays to get the bidding started. If you're the opening bidder on any item in the art auction, even if you don't win the item, we'll give you a free fine art print. You can choose from one of the following 3 prints: Plaza Lights by Terrence Flores, El Paso by Hal Marcus, or Spaghetti Bowl by Terrence Flores. These are all beautiful local themes that you can have framed and keep for yourself or give as a gift. So call in quickly because it pays to bid first.
We're about to get back to the bidding, but first, just a quick note. Sorry, I just lost prompter, but that's quite all right. These things happen. Just a quick note about the format of art auction. We will present 5 art pieces every 30 minutes. You can keep track on our website at kcosartauction.org to see a schedule of all the art upcoming this evening. We will preview each of the 5 pieces in the next 30-minute set and then present and sell them one by one. So stay alert and call in as soon as you see a piece you're interested in. Like we shared earlier, most pieces sell within 5 to 7 minutes. Also, depending on whether you view us on cable, satellite, broadcast, or live stream. There is up to a 10-second delay between what you see on air and what's actually happening in the studio. So be sure to dial in early so you don't miss your favorite pieces. Now we're going back to, let's see who's up. Marina Monsis Weiss and Gustavo Reveles have our next batch of gorgeous artwork. Take it away.
Thank you, Monica. Now, if perchance you missed us last time, we have some repeat offenders as far as the type of art. So we do have a Patrick Abaldon piece and a Terrence piece coming up. So if you missed them the first go round, never you fear, because they're back.
Both very popular.
Yes,
So
they're both very
here's your
popular.
chance.
The bidding wars were a blast, and I think we just need to continue to do that, all right? So Gustavo's going to preview them, and then we'll get this party started.
Yes, we have 5 great pieces in this segment, and there's a transit sort of theme to them. The first piece, 13A, is called Spaghetti Bowl Number 1 by Patrick Abaldon. This is a value at $300. It's a print. Starting bid is $100 with $20 increments. The second piece, 13B, is called I-10 Abstract by Terrence Flores. It is oil and panel. It is a value of $300. Starting bid is $100 with $25 increments. The third piece, 13C, is a piece by Maria Socorro Munoz called 4th of July. It's oil on board. Its value is $750. The starting bid is $250, and the increments is $25. Fourth piece, 13D, is by Don Bean called Desert Rhapsody. Its total value is $1,000, so the starting bid is at $350 with increments of $50. And our last piece this half hour, 13E, is a piece by Christina Robbins called Old El Paso Adobe circa 1929. It is oil on linen canvas. Total value of this piece is $2,250. Starting bid is $800 with $100 increments.
So let's get this party started. Oh my gosh, see these Patrick Cabaldon
Patrick.
pieces and Terrence. And well, actually, this is a solid set that we've got going on here.
It's a solid set, Marina.
I'm looking forward to hearing the phones ring and looking forward to selling some art. Now, Emily told us before this one went up that they weren't able to show it with the matting, and they got it back with the matting.
Yes.
And it is just like an added bonus. It's got this beautiful matting with stars in the corners that just kind of embrace all of the beautiful colors that Patrick. Oh, there you go. You can see the matting.
There you
Isn't
go.
that gorgeous?
It just adds to the beauty of the piece, and it really does make a difference with this print, doesn't it?
It really does. And I mean, we're transforming, right?
Yeah.
The city is changing, and you can have a dock. Oh, all right, S100.
So we had 100 already.
All right.
So $20 increments for this print over here. And Marina, you know very well what's happening at this intersection right here.
It's moving. The spaghetti bowl is changing. It's evolving. Adding ramps, removing ramps. Just our city is coming together.
And this is an icon. This intersection. It may just be ramps and roads, but it's a kind of an icon for El Paso.
Well, I mean, it connects us to our sister city of Ciudad Juarez.
You
go to the Northeast. You go to Montana. You go to Cielo Vista. I mean, this is the heart of our city.
Yes, and it's a beautiful piece by Patrick. Again, his trademark colors, his trademark treatment is really just working wonders here.
I mean, the spaghetti bowl is cool, but this is like extra cool.
Yeah,
right?
this makes it look really, really amazing. And then you have the star in the mountain in the background there.
That's right. That's right. I mean, it's a true El Paso icon in so many ways. You've got the heart of the city. You've got the mountain with the star, and then you've got our beautiful, beautiful multicolor sky, which never gets old.
So we're doing $20 increments on this bid. Phones ringing. So hopefully we'll get it high up. Patrick's popular today, and we want to make sure that this piece gets one. So we're at $120 at over there, and this piece would make a great addition to to an office. If you're a local business owner and you want to show off that El Paso pride, this will be a great piece for that office. Wouldn't you say?
And it's kind of a non-traditional way to show that pride, right? Because the Star in the Mountain's there, but like who does that with the spaghetti bowl, right?
Right. We love it. We love the spaghetti bowl. We never think of it as artful,
Right. Until you see it treated like this.
And then Patrick does this, and it's just amazing. And he's got a knack for doing things like these with items that sometimes we take for granted.
Right. It's like really making us see our environment in a whole new light, and I mean this piece does that. That's for sure.
Yeah, we want to hear those phones ringing. We want we're at $120, so we want to make sure that we get as close to $300, if not more, which is the value of this piece. So keep those phones ringing. Make sure that you're bidding on this one. It's a beautiful piece by Patrick.
And that the framing, right? I mean, who knew that this framing treatment would happen to this piece?
Yes.
Emily was like, it was such a neat surprise for it to come back the way it did. So we've got about a minute left on this one. So if you want to give us a call,
hurry up, because we got a minute. And this is a beautiful, beautiful piece. And I think it will make a great addition to any sort of art collection here. This print is fantastic. And it really shows off your El Paso pride.
Right, talk about that. 881-0013. We want to hear the phones ring. We've got 2 bids on it right now.
We've got Chris ready with a bong over there.
The gong.
The gong.
Those are 2 very different things.
They're 2 very different things. Yeah. And he's ready to hit that and make sure that we are ready to sell these pieces here.
So take a look again at this beautiful Patrick Abaldon piece.
Gong.
It's showing off the heart of I-10, our spaghetti bowl.
Yes.
It's changing, so you can get this configuration, and then maybe he'll make us a different one, right? When we have the new and improved spaghetti bowl.
Yeah, we're adding noodles to the spaghetti bowl.
That's correct.
So we might need an update to this.
That's right. So you could buy this one now and then buy the next one. I think it's time to do it.
It's time to do it. This is going once, going twice, and sold.
Right.
There you go.
Congratulations. Was that for O?
That's
Congratulations,
for O,
O. You got yourself a steal there. Okay, so we are back to some more dynamic art here. Again, the last chunk of art that we had included both Terrence and Patrick, and here we are again with Terrence and Patrick.
Right.
This is another take on I-10. It's a cool abstract take on our beautiful highway that is the heart of El Paso.
The heart of El Paso, and again, very transit-oriented segment that we have today. This is, his traditional sort of take on El Paso, right? Using these figures and making sure that we still recognize what it is, but that he's using strokes and shapes that are
100.
Already we haven't even said we're at 100, and this is $25 increments.
And the phone is ringing, so
phone's ringing. So it's valued at 300, Marina. So I think we can get close to it given the phones.
I really think so too, especially considering the ringage that is happening. Is that a word?
Yes.
Thank you for confirming that.
Yes, it's a word. We're gonna make it a word here. We're making up all sorts of words today, and if it helps KCOS, then why not?
Just keep making them up. Right.
Let's do it. And again, this piece right here is colorful. It's El Paso iconic. It's we're at 125, so we're getting there. Come on,
let's get to 150, halfway of the valley.
Have fun.
How hard is that?
Yes, it's $25.
Yeah, you can,
what is
what's
that?
Give up a latte for the week. You're good to go.
Yes, and you add to the work that's being done here at KCOS, and then you have beautiful piece. 150.
150,
there you go.
All right, halfway
175.
There. Come on, 175.
175. We want 175.
It's a steal.
Make sure it's a steal. Look at this piece. It's great.
A great way to start your art collection or to continue your art collection. And again, if you're the first bidder, you can also pick up what you have a choice of 3 prints, 2 of which are Terrence's.
Yes.
And one of which is Hal's. But it's really neat. Like I think I said this with the other piece. You get up close. And you can kind of tell what's going on, and then the further you walk away from it, the more the shape comes to life. I don't know how he does it, but it's pretty remarkable.
It's magic. Let's just call it magic, right? and it really it really does tell a story here. The colors are beautiful. The shapes are fantastic, and it really tells the story of El Paso. And if you're from here, you get it.
Yeah,
you know what's happening here.
But you know what? You brought up a good point, because let's say you're from here and you don't live here. How about that, right? So do you know someone that misses El Paso or maybe wants a little piece of El Paso in
It's
their
a
home?
great Christmas gift. Save it up. I know.
Yes.
You can do your shopping early on. We have 1 minute left to go. This is a great piece for anyone that's living in.
You're somewhere else.
away
You
and
miss home. Why not?
miss home. Yeah, we know many people that wish they could live here and for whatever reason don't. So send a little bit of El Paso to them in
That's right.
the form of art.
That's right. Get a little piece of it. You know, Terrence is an El Pasoan and grew up with his dad as a painter, and clearly he picked up that gift.
Right. So I mean, it's a family gift, right? It's a family sort of legacy here, and it's great that it's happening in El Paso.
That's true. Okay, so we're almost about to wrap up this piece. There's still an opportunity to make the phone ring. Maybe we can get to 175.
Let's get to 175 real quick. Come on. We are wrapping it up.
Chris is
150
ready to hit that
going
bone.
once, 150 twice, and sold.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Congratulations, on picking up a Terrence piece. Oh, hey, that's Miss Amanda right there. She and her family have been picking up the phones all day, working hard to collect funds for KCOS. Here is another lovely piece.
Wow.
I wish you could see this. Now, we don't recommend touching the art.
No.
But
Do not touch the art. But
the levels of texture here.
250, and it starts already. Let's tell them a little bit about it. This is Maria Socorro Muñoz's piece called 4th of July.
275.
And we're already at 275. It is an oil on board. It's valued at 750. We started at 250, but we're already at 275. So this is going to be a popular piece, it looks. I mean,
Yes.
I don't blame them.
I mean, talk about El Paso icons, right? I mean, so we had 2 transit pieces.
Yes.
Now this transit goes around our mountain.
Right.
And I guess, there is a transit situation happening.
It looked like a 300.
Right? 300.
Yes.
All right.
Awesome. This. I don't blame it. Look at this piece. It's so vibrant and so colorful.
325 from
H.
H. All right. This one's climbing.
All right. Thank you. 350S. Yes,
we can't
it's
even
happening.
talk enough about this piece before.
Keep interrupting us, guys. We love it. We love it here.
By all means. Do you want to talk about Maria Socorro Muñoz?
Yes. Let's tell them a little bit.
So she's one of 7. She grew up in Ojinaga, Chihuahua, and another part of our border.
Yes.
And she says, although her upbringing was sheltered, not by privilege, but by constraints.
375. We got to 375.
She has pursued her art. Oh my goodness, 375.
Ojinaga's on the border with Presidio. It's part of our community, so sort of over here. So, all these border artists, 400, S400.
Oh my gosh.
So obviously, this piece is speaking to someone here on the border, right? Someone with that border sensitivity from the artist and the public.
All right.
Whoa.
We're climbing.
So we're 425.
We are
425. We're climbing. This piece is valued at $750. So let's make sure we get as close to that, if not over.
Why not?
We can start bidding. The minimum bid is the increment is 25. That doesn't mean you have to do that. You can bid more than that.
Yeah, just feel free to give us the whole 750.
Yeah, if you want to do it. 450.
S450.
Awesome.
Let's do it.
S450.
Climbing.
So climbing over here. Come on, guys. I see 3 volunteers here who don't have phones ringing, so let's call those on. There's room.
So Maria Socorro, she had a traditional upbringing, kind of went through the motions, but never gave up on her love for art. And thank goodness she didn't.
Look at this.
Look at these beautiful, vibrant pieces that
Yes.
she's been creating. I can't tell. It almost looks like glass. It's got this cool shimmer to it. And clearly, color is not an issue when it comes to
cobalt blue. Just kind of speaks to you, right?
It's gorgeous.
It just jumps out, and it really does tell the story of the border here, and a specific day on the 4th of July.
Right.
And we all have so many great memories about the 4th of July, going up to wherever you grew up, whether it's Escarate or the Chamizal or Cohen Stadium.
But that's the truth. I mean, you see fireworks from every side of the mountain on that day. You see them all over the city. McCalligan or at the Chamizal.
That's right.
Escarate. You name it. There's fireworks.
There's fireworks around here. You can even see them from Juarez. I grew up over there. You could just look up and see
it was a
everything.
arte on the border, and that's exactly what's happening here.
475 age. We're climbing.
Thank you so much.
We want to hit 500.
We
want
can
to
do
hit
500. What's $25?
Come on,
between
guys.
us girls.
S500.
Thank you,
S. Thank you.
$500.
Okay, we were already at 500, so we need 525.
525? No. Oh. Okay.
Are we going to get some 525? Come on. It's just a great piece.
Clearly, there are people on the phone.
All right, 525K.
Okay.
Maria Socorro Muñoz's piece.
Now, I see Emily on the phone over there with somebody,
yes.
and they could add $25.
It looks like she's trying to convince them, and I think she's being pretty persuasive.
I think she's working
if
it.
You're on
she's
the
working
phone with,
that phone.
If you're on the phone with Emily,
it's worth every penny.
It's worth every penny. This piece is beautiful.
It's gorgeous. Again, your donation goes straight toward KCOS, and you get to take this beautiful piece home. It'll be 4th of July every day in your house.
Every day. Oh, every day. It's 4th of July. Every day is fireworks.
Why not?
Why not?
Why not?
Let's do it.
Live your best life.
Live your best. It's like that Katy Perry song.
That's right.
Firework. Yeah. We have 1 minute left. So you have 1 minute. You have seconds just to put in your bid. It's at 558. So come on.
See that, Emily? She sure is persuasive.
She really is. She works the phones and makes sure the money's coming in.
Making it happen. Making it happen. Because you know what? She knows the value of the donations that come to KCOS.
She does. She does know firsthand
she
how
works hard
important
to run this show, and it's not easy. And it's because of folks like you.
Yes.
Donating, buying art.
So we have seconds. We're about to wrap it up pretty soon. So if you want to bid, call in. But it looks like you might stay at 550, Marina.
I think so.
So
okay.
550 going once.
Going twice.
And sold.
550.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Congratulations, Emily, on closing another one. She's so good at that. She is so good at that.
And Emily's on the phone. Maybe she can work her magic on this other piece. This is 13D.
Right.
It is called Desert Rhapsody by Don Bean. It's an oil on canvas. It's valued at $1,000. And the starting bid is $350 with increments of 50.
Don Bean, born and raised in Texas, and he says, it really shaped his view of the world. And if I'm taking that to mean that the sky is big and opportunity is everywhere,
yes,
that's what this piece says to me.
It's all sky.
It's all sky.
Yes.
It's all there, ready for you to live. I'm just going to stick to live your best life and whatever.
Well, that's the theme of the night.
Yeah, right.
And if hopefully for our viewers, living their best life means buying art and helping public television.
But you know what? You were saying that as we were taking our break, that it really does have an impact on your environment. And you have no choice but to have a wonderful day when you wake up and the first thing you see is a beautiful piece of art.
Yes, it really brightens up your day. It brightens up your house, and it makes a huge difference. I know, when I walk into a house and I see beautiful art, especially if it's local art, like it just tells a story, and it tells you so much about the person who owns that home and the art that they choose to support,
Right,
and that's important. So pieces like the ones we have here, Desert Rhapsody, really could go a long way in helping KCOS and telling your story of the desert. It's our home.
Right.
And Texas and West Texas, southern New Mexico being where we live, this piece tells a beautiful, beautiful story.
It really does. And, I think a lot of folks maybe think, oh, well, the desert, there's no life. But that is far from the case.
That's misconception.
That's a total misconception. I mean, if anything, the life is here. It's resilient. Like Patrick said, we're stubborn. And if you can make it in the desert, you can make it anywhere.
That's right. And it tells the story of our people, right?
Mm-hmm.
We are people that make sure that no matter what, we're going to be moving forward and surviving, even in harsh elements like the desert.
Right.
But once, because we do that, we make it worth it. We live in a beautiful setting here in the desert. I know that people that come from outside of El Paso come in and just love it here. They see the beauty that sometimes we take for granted here.
Right. And talk about the regal treatment. Do you see this beautiful gilded frame? I mean, really treating ourselves the way we should treat ourselves, right? Just beautiful framing, beautiful environment, all just to remind us, you know what, we live in a beautiful world.
And someone can treat themselves to this piece, treat yourself.
Treat yourself for $350. It's our starting bid. And again, it all goes toward KCOS, and here the value of the programming that's available here. You can give us a call at 881-0013. Also check it out, KCOSArtAuction.org.
We have about a minute left to bid on this piece. Again, beautiful piece from Don Dean. It's a desert landscape. It's very classic for that person that loves the classic look in their home.
Mm-hmm.
Even the frame, like you were mentioning, is very
gorgeous
and sort of, just classic.
Treating ourselves
like
the royalty we are.
We are the kings and queens around here.
That's right.
So we need this.
Look, they're buying it. They're like, yes, queen.
Yes, queen. And we need to do this. You need to support local television, local public television, and local art. So what better way to do both than to bid in pieces like these?
That's right. 881-0013. We don't have an opening bid, which means, you know what? Whoever calls can also, you get it. And you also get a choice of a Terrence print or a Hal print.
2 pieces of art for one price.
The BOGO.
Yeah, BOGO. It's not just for shoes.
That's right. That's right.
So we're going to wrap it up, and we're going to move on to our next piece here.
Okay, let's see. Oh, I love this building. Do you recognize this, Gustavo?
Yes, it's on Donovan.
I feel like this piece, this place, is on the corner of Donovan and Sunset.
Yes.
Does that feel familiar?
It feels very familiar. I think it's near that new development that's happening there. Very vibrant, everything.
Well, funny you mention it, because this piece should belong to that person.
Yes, they should call it.
We're gonna call out Will Harvey.
Call Will Harvey.
Will Harvey actually owns this building. His office is here.
Someone text him, please.
Somebody, if you know Will Harvey, send him a text. Oh, maybe that's Will calling us right now.
So this piece is called Old El Paso Adobe circa 1929. It's a piece by Christina Robbins. It's oil and linen canvas. It's valued at $2,250. Mm-hmm. The starting bid is at $800 with increments of $100.
Now there you go. Talk about a sweet deal on a wonderful piece of art.
Yes.
C800
C800 already. We're starting off.
If that's not you, Will Harvey, then somebody call Will Harvey. Let him know that his building is on a painting and he needs to own it.
Yes, Will Harvey. We have a connection to Will Harvey. He went through Leadership El Paso in my class, and you were the chair of that class.
That's right.
Let's call him out and.
Small world, we know where this painting belongs.
Yes, it belongs there, and it's a beautiful, beautiful development that he has there.
Mm-hmm.
And anyone who is from the Upper Valley should, really want to.
That's true, because this is one of those corners. I think that if you live in that neighborhood, most everybody else is going to take Mesa, right? But if you live there, you know the secret shortcut.
You know the secret, yeah. You do.
This corner is involved in that secret shortcut.
Yes.
That's how you get there. So Christina Robbins, let me tell you about her. She's Scottish-born of Polish parents. She was raised in London and is one of the last Ellis Island immigrants to come to the United States.
Wow, how interesting.
And here we are, the Ellis Island of the Southwest.
Yes, definitely.
What a great time.
It is just, putting it all together. We have about a minute left on this piece, and we want to make sure that this piece goes to a beautiful home in a beautiful setting. So call in. You have seconds just to bid. 800 is the bid right now. Increments of 100. Old El Paso Adobe circa 1929.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
the number to call. Oh, is it time, or do we still have some time?
We still have some time. Come on, get
I know we have a bidder on the line, but we can get. We can get another one.
We have a phone.
We can get another one. We can most certainly take another bid.
Let's see.
Hopefully somebody called Will Harvey and told him he needed to own this
I
thing.
think that's what it is.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. We know the owner of this piece. Yeah. We know who should own it,
Who should own it.
And give back to KCOS in the process.
Yeah, and I'm sure he would be thrilled to do so. He's a great, great El Pasoan and a great person.
I agree. All right.
100.
The increments are 100. We're at 800. Happy to go to 9.
Yeah, we're happy to go to 900. This is a great piece. It's a steal for $900.
It really is. I mean, you're talking a value of $2,250.
$2,250
for not even half of the value. Not even half of the value.
Come on.
900. All
Awesome.
right.
Awesome.
Can we get to 1,000?
Can we get to 1,000?
Can we get
Come
to
on.
1,000?
And
Do we
cool
have another?
1,000.
Just call it even, right?
Yeah.
We like round numbers.
Come on, guys. Come on. Let's
What do you
figure it
got to
out.
lose? Actually, you have a lot to gain. You're giving back to your community. You're picking up this beautiful piece by Christina Robbins, and all for a beautiful cause.
Yes.
Oh, well, and then you get to add it to your art collection.
Yes.
Or maybe it's
That's
the
your first piece? And what a first piece you had.
Wow, that's quite the
I'm
start.
telling you.
Quite the start. 881-0013. Get us to 1,000.
A cool 1,000. Come on, guys. Let's do this. And we're getting to the end of this segment, so we want to make sure we get it. We are about to wrap it up, so we have it this piece at 9,000 going once.
900.
900. Ooh. 900.
Please,
Yes.
if you have 9,000
If
bucks.
you have 9,000, come on, give us a call.
You
But
can have
it's
it.
900 going once, going twice, and sold for 900.
Congratulations, Kay. Thank you so much to our wonderful volunteers and for everyone that's been helping us out. So cool. I feel like that was a successful segment. Selling. So cool. All right. Well, how are you feeling, Gustavo?
I'm feeling great. I think we're doing great here, and I think it's time to kick it out to Monica.
Okay, Monica, in the studio.
Oh, good job, Marina and Gustavo, pardon me. Yes, excellent job. And it's so hard to overstate the generosity of artists like Christina Robbins, Hal Marcus, and so many other local artists who support this station through their work and provide so much beauty and talent to this effort. So far, if you're one of our lucky winning bidders or you become one later on during the auction, here's what you need to know about picking up and paying for your art. Also keep in mind that in addition to purchasing art, you can also support KCOS by becoming a sustaining member. And one of the best benefits of KCOS membership is online access to PBS Passport.
How to bid. Bidding on items in the art auction is quick and easy to do. First, explore the collection online at kcosartauction.org or keep your television tuned to KCOS. Then, when a piece of art catches your eye, call 915-881-0013 and a volunteer will assist you. Most items will be sold in less than 7 minutes, so bid high and bid often so you don't miss out on any of your favorite pieces. Pick up and pay information. If you are the confirmed winning bidder on an item, congratulations! After you win the item, a KCOS staff member will call you back within the hour to confirm your bid and take payment. You can pay with any major credit card, cash, or check. Please note we don't charge tax, but there is a 5% buyer's premium to help defray the cost of processing payments. We want you to get your art as soon as possible. Pickup times begin Sunday from 3 to 8 p.m. and continue on Monday and Tuesday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. If you have additional questions or need special pickup or shipping arrangements, please call 915-590-1313. Thank you.
Alrighty then, they run a tight ship here at KCOS, so we're going straight back over to Jennifer Stafford-Thomas and Hal Marcus.
So here we are again, and it's Sunday evening, and we're down here at the station. The rest of you people are on your being couch potatoes at home.
Yeah, we're rocking and rolling.
This is a good opportunity to just relax, get your cell phone right close to you because things are going fast and furious. So far, I haven't had to eat my hat. Everything has sold.
Please don't make him do that. We need your help real
anyway,
bad.
We've got 5 or 4?
5, A, B, C, D, E.
We have 5 pieces coming up, so we're just going to go through them real quickly, and then we'll come back and we'll sell them.
And this is really exciting, guys.
Right.
Guys, call your neighbors.
This is the one by Virginia Paris. It's called. Is that a proveedora de pan dulce? I guess
Sí,
that's the
proveedora.
seller.
That's a
the
the
seller pan dulce.
purveyor, provider.
And it's a beautiful large painting.
Pan dulce,
it's about
sweet
37
bread.
by 31 inches. We're going to come back here in a little while, and we'll tell you about the opening bid is. Okay, one of my favorites here, Eugene Thurston original. Hear that, folks? Original pen and ink, beautifully framed, and it's the Mexican hat dance by one of my favorite artists.
It is
born in
precious.
1896.
It's so historical.
Fantastic.
It's just really, I can't wait to get into it.
Yes, okay, and the next one, let's put it up on the screen. The one you've been waiting for, the Iron Horse of the West. I don't know where it's going to. Maybe Colorado, maybe
it does look Colorado.
Cloudcroft. I don't know.
Yeah, quién sabe?
The Iron Horse of the West by Frederick Carter. This is the one we've all been waiting for. Beautiful, beautiful. See how it's raining in the background?
It is
That's coming
lovely.
up in just about 12 minutes.
Something like that.
Okay, the next piece. That's a $6,000 value, by the way.
Right. Oh, I love
this is the Windy Day. How do you say Wanda's name?
Wanda Day Turksinovich.
Turksinovich. I used to know her as Wanda Herman. Okay, she was married to Mr. Herman, and I'll tell you more about it. There's a mailman in the wind that's taking a nap and eating his dinner inside of a mailbox on Pershing Street. It actually says Pershing Street on there.
It's really real. It's
Awesome. This is El
really
Paso
cool.
at a windy day. $1,000 value. It's opening up. I don't know how much. Very inexpensive, like $300. An original.
Montoya.
Listen to me, okay? This is Sunday. This is an original $6,000 value called The Elder by Rudy Montoya. There's no prints. There's no reproductions. This is a one-of-a-kind piece, beautifully matted, beautifully framed by the great, great Rudy Montoya. Very typical and traditional of his style.
Yes, it is.
And are we ready to get started?
I'm ready to rock and roll.
Did we get to see all 5 of them? All right. Come on over here.
Awesomeness.
And the Proveedora de Pan Dulce. What can you tell me about Virginia Paris? And the opening bid is $1,200 for a $3,000 value. Beautiful, beautiful, large painting. 37 by 31. What can you tell me about pan dulce?
Well, I can tell you that pan dulce means sweet bread, but in our culture here in our local, if you're from someplace else and you think of like donuts, you think of super sweet. Here, not so much. But I want to tell you more about Virginia Perez because she is awesome. She was born in Guerrero, Chihuahua. She discovered her vocation for the plastic arts. Now, the plastic arts are the
basically painting, a two-dimensional.
Well, the plastic arts, they involve modeling or molding, such as sculpture and ceramics. But you can see a sculptural quality in her work right here. And she stood out to her professors so much that she got to study in Mexico City. And she won a scholarship from the governor of the state, Oscar Flores. And then she studied at another school in Mexico, another university.
Can we bring the painting down lower or a close-up of the painting so people can see the lace, okay? The lace of this work of art is phenomenal.
Yeah, it is.
Okay,
I mean,
there we go.
go.
Look at the lace. That's almost like European.
That's
Flemish.
right. And right. And she learned how to paint in the Byzantine art or the Flemish style of painting from the 15th century. And you can see that her attention to detail and her technique really, really shows through, especially.
She exhibited throughout Mexico, and she was born and raised in Chihuahua. I first saw her work at Studio W back in the early 90s.
Wow.
And this piece, look at how the hair is braided. Look how her garment drapes across her shoulders. The basket, the way the basket is woven.
You can feel every little reed in that basket.
It's very similar to some of the European, the fold of the kerchief with the embroidery.
And each and every piece of bread.
That is not very easily done. At $1,200. We have the phone ringing now. This is a Virginia Paris. This is really a museum quality piece.
It is.
With the wood. It's a brushed wood frame. Very heavy, and it has a linen quality to it right here. This is something that would go great in a bakery.
Oh, definitely.
Or in your kitchen or in your home, any Mexican style home. Do we have something going on over there?
There's something very elegant and traditional about this. This got a European feeling to it.
It has a European feeling. The pan dulce. I know that people are out there. What else you could tell me about Virginia Perez?
This is also considered like hyper-realism. And you get to see those motifs of everyday life, little pieces of lace, the way that
I'm going to drop the price on this to like half price right now for 1 minute. Half price, okay, ladies and gentlemen out there. We got 1 minute.
That's a steal.
We can't stay too much longer on this.
Because her technical mastery
for
is
this
evident.
pan dulce. You want to hear the phone ringing? Want to hear the phone ringing, and then we're going to pass it on. We're dropping it to $600. Okay, $600. Now it has to be done here within the next minute or two. Okay, I have the phone ringing.
It's
$600 for a large 37 by 31 inch, beautiful painting of a woman with a basket of pan dulce on her head, balanced so perfectly. Think about it right now. Get on the phone,
Noble,
881-0013.
Thank you. We've got a ringer here. There is.
This is a limited time of impulsive. Okay, now we're going. I know you're out there in TV land. Look at the lace.
I know.
Look at the
Every little
embroidery.
bit of it you can see.
$600. I got
Gracias.
600. Who'll give me 7? I got 600. Who'll give me anything over
and the young
600?
woman is elegant.
Who'll give me anything over 600? They're telling me let's have 625. 625.
Oh, we've got people busy now.
I don't want to have to eat my hat.
Don't eat your hat.
Our next piece is the Mexican hat dance. They don't want me doing that.
No, I don't think so. No. We've got 3 people on the phone, people.
625.
All right, 625.
Thank you.
So much. Hey,
Oh
guys,
my God!
you're
I'm gonna
getting
get
a
killed. I'm
steal
gonna
here.
get killed for doing this.
No.
But they say we have to wrap it up. Let's
Okay,
go for 620. We got 625, right, Natalie?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's change the number on the screen there. Let's go to 650. We got 625. Let's go to 650.
We're going to wrap up soon, please.
We're gonna wrap up
Pick
soon.
It up.
We got
Pick it up.
625. We're looking for 650.
Oh,
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you, Amanda.
Now we're getting ready to hit
Amanda.
the gong.
All right.
Let's come on, guys. We've
Hold
got a
that
little
gong
bit
back.
of delay.
We got 650, right? Okay. 675.
Oh, my goodness,
675.
finally.
Oh, we got 675. Let's
I
go up
was
to
getting really
700. We
worried
got
'cause it's so
675. Let's
pretty.
go up to 700. They can't change the numbers fast enough on the screen there. Keep them changing. We got a bidding war. It makes me real excited.
Yes. Okay, so we've got 1, 2 people
We're looking
still
for
on the
675. Is that right?
phone. We're
Oh,
at
well,
675.
Oh,
there we go.
675. Let's make it even 700. This was
Let's
supposed to
go.
start off at $1,200.
You guys are really getting a steal on something
Okay,
that is just so
675
well
going
done.
once. We're looking for 7. 675 going twice. Sold for 675
Gracias.
to
Thank
Kay.
you, Kay. Kay, you're gonna love this.
Oh
You're not
my
gonna believe
God!
what a
All
good
right,
deal
things
you
are
got.
like flying off the wall. The Mexican hat dance is coming up. I didn't want to eat my hat. I have to do the Jewish Arabic hat dancer. That would be me.
It'd be kind of hard to eat a giant sombrero.
Oh, I know. Okay, one of my favorite artists in the whole world, Eugene Thurston. You know, I used to know him, actually. I met him in 1978. I did a story on him in a magazine.
How old was he then?
He was 90 years old. He lived to be like 97 years old. 1896 he was born.
Mind-blowing.
So, Eugene Thurston, one of the leaders of the early El Paso art movement, is $695 value, opening up for an original pen and ink, 18 by 14 inches, $250. $250.
Hello, Kay.
Remember, the first bidder gets free artwork as well, okay?
That's right. Those prints are beautiful.
$250 for an original pen and ink by the late, great Eugene Thurston.
And I'm telling you,
$250.
Awesomeness.
Thank you. $250. Let's see if we can get 300. Okay, we got $250. Let's see if we can get 300 out there in TV land.
it's got an antique quality to it.
I just published a whole book on Eugene Thurston, so I'm kind of like a
I remember
scholar.
last year you
That's
brought
right.
it, but because we did some Eugene Thurston,
Yeah, that's
he sold
right.
for a lot of money
That's
as
right.
well as Fern.
If you go to my website right now, this will be $695. Right now, it's
Easy peasy.
$250. We're looking at $275.
You know, there's something that's so charming because it's yesteryear.
We're looking at wanting to get $25
precious.
more. They're telling me I have to speed up, that we're running short on time.
Mexican hat dance. It's
we
the
have
national
a lot of
dance
stuff
of
coming up.
Mexico.
All right.
Jarabe Tapatio.
Come on,
That's
you
what's
guys.
happening
This is
here.
your chance. For $25, you can get an original. The frame is worth $200.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you
It's
can
got
get
that
an
little
original. We
black
got $250
double
looking for
around it.
$275. We got $250
It's a
looking for
piece of
$275.
history, and it's utterly
Eugene
delightful.
Thurston. He taught at Texas Tech. He exhibited at the old El Paso Library, also at the airport. Remember the airport used to have real art in it?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, right,
once
yeah.
back in the day.
Back in the day, he was the biggest seller in El Paso. There we got a close-up. Look at the penmanship. This is a classic. This is
pen
a
and
classic.
ink, so it's a one-off. When an artist does a pen and ink, there is no hesitation. You can tell there's no underdrawing on this. This is what
In his
he
book,
did.
he says his whole life changed when he got a bottle of India ink. All right,
Wow. Yeah,
we
there's
got
something
$250
so
going
precious
once.
about that black opaqueness.
We got $250 going twice. You still have time to call up. And sold for $250.
Felicidades, sí. Gracias, El Paso. How nice. You're gonna
Okay,
love
ladies
it. It
and
is so
gentlemen, this is the
charming.
one you've been waiting for. This is the Frederick Carter. Frederick Carter. What's
Isn't
it
he
called?
one
The
of your-
Iron
is-
Horse?
Yeah, isn't Frederick Carter one of your
Okay, we got $6,000 value. Open it up at $4,000. How much is it open it up for?
It is opening up for
Only $3,100. Oh my gosh. Okay, $3,100. Well, do we have a bid for 31? S as in Sam. Okay. $3,100. We've got 31. We're looking for 32. We got 31. We're looking for 32. You don't have to say too much. All you got to do is say Frederick Carter Iron Horse. Yeah. You know this is 3 feet long. This is a 36-inch by 21-inch, beautifully framed. I don't know if the mountains are Colorado or New Mexico, but that's the Iron Horse of the West. And I know that we have people sitting there behind the phone that are like experts in.
Yeah, we do. We have two.
3,200. Thank you, 3,200. Now we're only looking for 3,300.
And look at how fresh those colors.
3,300. Thank you, thank you. This is a $6,000 value.
Sure. And it looks like it was
Beautiful
painted yesterday. Thank you, S. 34.
34. We got 34. Do we have 35?
S on 34.
35. Okay, 35.
right.
You guys keep your eye on the TV because this is skyrocketing.
Good. This is
we
good,
got a price
people.
war going on right now.
Thank you.
3,600. Thank you. 3,600. We can't even change the numbers fast enough.
Wow, this is great. Great.
Natalie,
Thank you,
we
El
got to
Paso.
change the numbers
Oh my
faster.
gosh, K is
We got to
up
change
to
the numbers. We're
at
at 3,700. Oh my God. We got 3,800. 3,800. I want to hear some applause out there. I want to hear some applause.
Woo, come on, people.
Get
Liven
the gong
up.
ready.
Lively up.
38. Let's go for 4,000. 4,000. Okay, let's go for 4,100.
This is killer.
4,100.
Right.
Let's go for
Okay.
4,200. Frederick Carter. 4,200.
Whoa.
Oh, this is aggressive.
Oh,
4,300.
Come on,
43.
come on,
What are you
people.
at on K?
Okay, 42.
44. 45. Thank you.
my
45.
goodness.
I want to hear some excitement out there.
S 46.
46.
K. 47.
4,700.
Thank you, K.
47.
Woo!
4,800.
Oh, that's excellent.
We're at 4,800.
K.
4,900.
49K.
Okay, we're at
Thank
49.
you.
We're at 49. Let's change those numbers. This is the Iron Horse
This
of the
is
West.
getting so
by
good.
$5,000
goodness
for
me.
the Iron Horse of the West. Oh my gosh, this is fantastic.
Wow.
Thank you, El Paso, for public TV. We're at 5,000. Let's go 5,100. And who's going to be taking it home now? It's between S and O. K. Oh, we got K. Let's put K. Okay, we're at 5,000. All we need is 5,100. We're at why did it get so quiet? Okay, 5,000 going once. 5,000 going twice and sold.
Yay, felicidades. Congratulations.
Well,
You're
that
gonna
was
love this.
that was a record, I think, for tonight so far. But remember, we got some Tom Lee originals coming up right around the
worth
corner,
every
and some
penny.
Jose Cisneros coming up. So we got some $10,000 pieces.
We do. And right now we're going to go on to Rudy Montoya.
Okay, where is the Rudy one? No, we're going to
we're going
the
to
Wanda
yes.
Herman.
Yes. Oh, yeah, that's
The
right.
Chernowitz.
Hello.
We're
Yes,
going to
this
have to
is
get
so
some close-ups
super
on this
cool.
because I have a little story to tell.
Oh my goodness, this is just so cool. Online people, if at home you're able
Thank
to
you,
get
El
onto your
Paso. I know that you
computer.
love El Paso art. This is for a good cause. Quality programming is what it's all about. You can only get it on public television. We own this station. I've been doing this for 30 years with KCOS. Okay, we're going to talk about Wanda. I can't say her last name because I'm not Polish, but Jennifer is Polish.
In lots
I know
of
some
ways.
Polish jokes.
Oh
but
yeah. This is Wanda Day Turksinovitz.
Turksinovitz. Okay, it's a windy day in El Paso. Now, what's
on
so
canvas.
cool about this painting, ladies and gentlemen, is right here it says Pershing Road.
That's right.
So it's Pershing Street. Everybody knows Pershing Street's in 5 Points. Now, there's a mailman that's, I don't know if you can get a close-up on these guys, but there's a mailman who's having his lunch inside. Okay, the opening bid is $400.
you.
We're looking for $425. We got $400. We're looking for $425. A windy day in El Paso. This looks like a 1948 Chevrolet.
It sure does.
1948
Big bumper.
Chevrolet.
And look at what's blowing in the wind right there.
And that's
Hal.
the new. He was reading the newspaper, and that's a tumbleweed. Tumbleweed.
Oh my gosh.
I knew
Yes.
Wanda. She used to be called Wanda Herman because my father had a grocery store, and Wanda Herman would call up and order her groceries, so I would go visit her. And I got this painting from it was like an estate sale after she moved to an old folks home. She died probably around 1989 or around in then, if I'm not mistaken. But she was a Polish countess. Okay, so it's 400. We're looking for 425. 400. We're looking for 425.
Yeah, she was born in 1908 in Krakow, Poland. And she died in 2001 in El Paso. And she was the daughter of a Polish nobleman.
Right.
And she was the early president of the El Paso Art Association.
Very active, very versatile.
And she worked in watercolors and oils.
We have more paintings of her coming up too. She did everything.
wow.
She was also taught art. She was, in fact, you know who Christina Robbins took classes from.
Did she really?
From
Yeah, I know
Wanda
Christina.
Herman.
Christina.
And she was married to a bank president named Mr. Herman.
Wow.
Okay, we got 400. We're looking for 425.
And she's exhibited in Washington, D.C., for
Right.
goodness sakes.
Okay, we're going to wrap it up. Is that okay, Natalie? We wrap it up. We got 400. We're looking for 425. You could take a little piece of El Paso history if you live in live in 5 Points and you want a piece of history from the 1940s.
And the style is so
Okay.
yesteryear where it's got
Going
that
once.
feeling.
Are we almost ready there, Chris, with the gong?
Are we
Do we have
ready?
permission to go ahead and
See?
move on? Because we got a
400.
Rudy Montoya and some Tom Lee's coming up. Hold on. We got something cooking here. We're looking for 425.
Oh, it's
425.
so super cool. It reminds me of old school book illustrations.
Yeah. But this is El Paso history.
I know, and it's so rare.
450.
Oh,
All right.
all
Thank
right.
you. 450. Now we're looking for 475.
And the
we
images
got
that the
450
postman
looking
is
for 475.
inside the mailbox,
This is
right?
a 23 by 9. $500. Thank
right.
you. I know there's people who live out there in 5 Points. They probably live in that house.
Yeah, and I bet you
550, they
I bet
probably
you feel
live inside that house. They got
yeah,
a
if you took a drive.
1948 Chevrolet parked in front. The tumbleweeds are flying. Remember when you couldn't even see across the street?
Exactly.
You don't see tumbleweeds anymore.
Not so
because
much.
too much cement.
That's right. That's what it is. Yeah.
We missed some.
Dechurchanovich.
Thank you, Christina. Christina would know.
Thank you so much. Thank
Ask
you, Christina.
Christina if she knew her.
Yeah.
Is she still on the phone?
Okay.
I heard she took classes
And I
from her.
apologize for massacring
Okay,
the name.
we're
I
at
did my best.
We're
Dr.
at
Google led me
550
wrong.
looking for 6. 550 looking for 6. 550 going once. It got real quiet.
Okay.
Get ready to applause.
Yeah.
550 going twice. Sold for 550.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
That's so awesome.
You
You're
know,
gonna love this.
people have been telling me because for the past 2 days I've been going to the art studio tours, and I've been telling people about the auction, and they tell me, the quality of the artwork is getting better and better every year.
That is.
And we're the only game in town. KCOS is the only game in town when it comes to art auctions, and this is a way to support your own public television station, okay? The programming that they have here, the independent films, how they promote the El Paso artists is phenomenal, and Emily's doing a fantastic job. Okay, so here we have, now listen to this, ladies and gentlemen, an original. Okay, this is original Rudy Montoya. There's no reproductions. There's no additions. There's no artist proofs. This is a one of a kind.
And that's kind of rare for him because this is his
Well, it's not. It's a rare
style.
picture, but it's
Yeah.
not rare for him because he did several originals.
Okay.
But normally they don't come up on the market.
That's what
We've
it is.
had a lot of signed prints,
That's
and we're
what
going to
it
have
is.
more in this auction. But
because he was really
this
hot
is rare
stuff.
because it's one of a kind and it's available for purchase. Even if you wanted to purchase a Rudy Montoya right now and you had all the money in the world, you can't go buy them.
No, he
Where
doesn't.
do you buy them?
He's gone.
Only
It's over.
today on KCOS. Okay,
Right.
so this is a $6,000 value. I'm not sure what it's opening up on.
Okay.
How much? $3,200. That's like half price, okay?
Right, and it's
Opening up
24
at
by 35.
$3,200 for this Rudy Montoya original. It's 3 feet long. 3 feet long.
it's pretty
35
massive.
inches by 24 inches. Look how the mat is cut out. Now, what he was famous for was doing this pen and ink type of line drawing, and then also doing these faces of very, very soulful individuals, Native American people. His work has been collected. I think was it Barbara Streisand or somebody? Somebody very, very famous used to collect all of his artwork, and he worked for many charitable causes. He died, I believe, in the 80s.
Yes,
he was
1986.
He was only in his early 40s when he passed away. Rudy Montoya. I've seen his work in Santa Fe. I've seen pieces like this go for as much as $12,000-$15,000. So we're looking for $3,200 for this beautiful work of art by Rudy Montoya, an original. I've seen prints going for $3,200 by Rudy Montoya. So this is an opportunity now for you to get a beautiful work of art at a fraction of its value. What else can you tell us about Rudy, Jennifer?
Well, Rudy was called a poet with a pen. He knew from his early childhood that he wanted to be an artist, and his style is so distinctive. It's totally recognizable. Only he did this, and this was really kind of an iconic style, so modern for the 70s and the 80s, and he owned it, where he brought to life and made important to contemporary viewers the Mexican and the Indian,
the Native American Indian,
right?
And a lot of his subject matters came from people right here in this community. Look at the close up on the technique he did there.
It's gorgeous,
like
so sensitive.
Acrylic, and it's also India ink.
Yeah, so
very
black.
soulful, very soulful.
And I do know that he did do some studies of African indigenous people as well.
He did some animals as well.
Yes,
some still lifes. Okay, we're going to have to bring this back up tomorrow if we don't have a bid on it.
I'm surprised people...
I'll lower it to $3,000. I can't lower it anymore. It's a consignment piece. $3,000 for the next 1 minute. You save $200. If you want an original, let me repeat.
Are you going to eat your
original? I don't know about eating my hat, okay? I just had some potato salad, so I'm not very hungry. And I don't want to say something I can't do on air, okay? People back home will start ribbing me about it. But if it doesn't sell by next week when we bring it back up, okay, $3,000 for this beautiful, $2,900 going for only 30 seconds less. If you're at home thinking about this for an original work of art, you can get it for $2,900. If not, we're going to be, is that our last one for this section?
Yeah, it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, please reach into your hearts. Get on the phone right now, okay? Thank you for supporting public television. I'm going to turn it back over to Monica. Thank you all so much.
Thank you all so much, El Paso.
Awesome job, Hal and Jennifer. A lot of hard work going into making sure some good artwork gets into good hands. So thank you for bidding and buying. If you're just tuning in, good evening and welcome to the 2019 KCOS Art Auction. I'm Monica Gomez, the volunteer MC for the evening. Today and next weekend, you'll have the opportunity to bid on and buy over 140 pieces of art from the El Paso and Las Cruces region. Each of these pieces was graciously donated to KCOS to support their mission of celebrating and preserving the arts. Proceeds from the art auction will go to supporting the PBS programs that you love each and every day on KCOS and on Create TV. This year's art auction would not have been possible without the generous support of local business sponsors. So let's take a moment for these messages from our local sponsors.
The Hal Marcus Gallery is El Paso's premier art gallery. Visit the Hal Marcus Gallery at 1308 North Oregon or online at halmarcus.com. Since 1980, Lonnie's Art and Frame has provided El Paso with high-quality custom framing. From posters and family photos to priceless works of art, no project is too large or too small. With El Paso's largest selection of frames and mats, you can be sure to find the style and design you're looking for. Lonnie's Art and Frame, 2035 Traywood.
We also want to take a moment to thank our food donors for today. Special thanks to Elmer's Family Restaurant, El Paso's original family diner. Elmer's is tonight's hospitality sponsor, so get to Elmer's for some special family fun time and enjoy their famous fried chicken, as many of us have here tonight. Elmer's, that's 6305 Montana Avenue. And as always, we encourage you, our viewers, to support the local businesses who support our station. And thanks to our phone volunteers for donating their time and taking your bids. Speaking of bidding, here's a little more information on how to go about it.
How to bid. Bidding on items in the art auction is quick and easy to do. First, explore the collection online at KCOSArtAuction.org or keep your television tuned to KCOS. Then, when a piece of art catches your eye, call 915-881-0013 and a volunteer will assist you. Most items will be sold in less than 7 minutes, so bid high and bid often so you don't miss out on any of your favorite pieces. It pays to get the bidding started. If you're the opening bidder on any item in the art auction, even if you don't win the item, we'll give you a free fine art print. You can choose from one of the following 3 prints: Plaza Lights by Terrence Flores, El Paso by Hal Marcus, or Spaghetti Bowl by Terrence Flores. These are all beautiful local themes that you can have framed and keep for yourself or give as a gift. So call in quickly because it pays to bid first.
All right, it's almost time to get back to the bidding. Just a quick note about the format of the art auction. We will present 5 art pieces every 30 minutes. You can keep track on our website, that's at KCOSArtAuction.org, to see a schedule of all the art that's coming up this evening. We will preview each of the 5 pieces in the next 30-minute set and then present and sell them one by one. So stay alert and call in as soon as you see a piece you're interested in. Like we shared earlier, most pieces will sell within 5 to 7 minutes. Also, depending on whether you view us on cable, satellite, broadcast, or live stream, there is up to a 10-second delay between what you see on air and what's happening in the studio. So be sure to dial in early so you don't miss your favorite pieces. All righty, we are ready to go back to Marina Monsiváis and Gustavo Reveles. Let's go.
Thank you, Monica. So this is our final segment, which means you need to help us make it a good one.
Yes.
Because after this, we go home, and well, you get to stay home and hang out with Hal. But let's make it a good one.
We want
That's
to go
the
on
bottom
a
line.
high point here.
Yes. Yes, we do.
And we have great pieces. I think it's going to happen, Marina. 'Cause
Okay.
we have 5 great pieces here. And let me tell you a little bit about them. First one is 15A. It's called Venice by artist Mario Parra. It's valued at $1,800, but the starting bid is at $550 with increments of $50. The second piece is 15B. It's called Seascape by artist Peter Brewer. It's an oil on canvas. It's valued at $3,000. The starting bid is $1,500 with $100 increments. 15C, our third piece, is called Vista on the Colorado River, valued at $700. It's by artist Bill Rockesy. It's a watercolor. It's the starting bid is $250, increments of $50. Our fourth piece, 15D, is called Grand Canyon by Mario Parra. It's a gallery-wrapped oil and canvas. It's valued at $4,500, and the starting bid is $1,200 with increments of $100. And our last piece for you and I tonight is by Terrence Flores. And
Right,
it is
our good friend Terrence.
good, yeah, and it's called El Paso to Austin. It's an oil on panel. It's valued at $1,900. The starting bid is $500 with $50 increments.
Okay, well, what do you say we get this party started?
Let's get it started.
So, funny story. Mario Parra, this is our first artist. Now, he's got a really neat story.
Yeah?
Grew up in Juarez, just kind of like an industrious fella, started selling burritos, and then learned how to do quick, what they call panilla paintings, of velvet paintings to tourists in Juarez. And then he figured out, you know what? I want to become a fine artist, which means I got to figure out how to do this. Well, he happened upon one Bill Rockesy, who is also part of this segment and very well-known El Paso artist. And Bill really helped him, kind of figure out how to become a fine artist. So that's what has happened. And here we are with this beautiful piece by Mario Parra.
Venice.
And you are in Venice.
You are in Venice. And you know what? It's proof positive that with a little bit of guidance and some perseverance, you can do anything, right? I mean, he started off as, like you said, as a vendor and moved on to doing great pieces like this one that are now helping public television and helping us make sure that this area gets great quality television.
And Mario's works are collected throughout the world. I mean, he has really, really made a dent in the art world, and those who know about art do collect his pieces. But you're right. What a great story! A true El Paso story. I feel like we live in a community where we help each other out. It's like, well, what do you want to do? Okay, you want to be an artist? Yeah, let's do it.
If you have the passion and the talent, why not, right?
Right.
And for $550 starting bid, you can have this piece, that story to tell when in your house or in your office or wherever you want to take it. So let's make sure that those phones are ringing. Call in 881-0013 and make a bid for this beautiful piece by Mario Parra. It's called Venice, and the starting bid is $550.
Shoot, I mean, you could even tell people you were in Venice.
Yeah, why not?
I mean, if we're talking about stories.
We have 1 minute to bid on this. You have 1 minute to bid on this piece. My mom has always wanted to go to Venice.
Oh, see?
Yeah, and we took her to the Venetian.
Oh,
so
well,
that's as close as we got.
What do you get her the painting? And then they're like, well, you're getting closer and
yeah,
closer,
getting closer and closer.
Starting bid is $550. We're looking for a nice donor to give us a call. All you have to do, 881-0013. And our friends here at the phone bank are ready to greet you.
And if you make that first bid, you
get a print.
So come on, guys.
Yeah, that's all you have to do. Give us a call, 881-0013. This is a beautiful piece by Mario Parra. It's called Venice. And I mean, really, that's a nice detail shot that they're giving you there. You can really see the color and the textures and the movement in this piece. It's pretty gorgeous. The starting bid, again, $550. Give us a call. It's not too late.
Not too late. We're going to give it a little bit while, but it's a steal at $550.
Right. It's an $1,800 value painting, and you can have it for $550. That is, I liked how Hal said, reach into your hearts and your wallets, but it all goes toward a good cause here at KCOS and all the wonderful program that we get to enjoy here locally.
We're going to move on to our next piece. It's a huge, great piece. It's
I
beautiful.
know.
Did you see that?
It's so big it's on an easel. Yes. I'm so excited about the situation.
Let's go check it out.
Let us go.
It's called Seascape. It's by artist Peter Brewer. It's an oil on canvas. It's valued at $3,000, and the starting bid is $1,500 with increments of $100. What can you tell us about the artist?
Well, so he is Dutch. We can start with that. He was born in 1935, and he passed away in 2010. And he developed this painting technique that you can really see here. His paintings seem to be enameled, and it's because of the intertwined colors. A result that can only be achieved with paint. So you can see the layers, right? And how much fun. I don't know, you can feel the movement of him actually placing it there. I've never worked with one of those fun oil palettes, but I know that's what he used, those little scrapey things.
Right.
Because I know all the art terms. I know all the tools,
all the cool terms.
But if you've seen Bob Ross.
Right, and we all have on
PBS, that's correct. Then they use that fun spatula, and you can really, really see it. Look at the treatment on the sand. It's so cool.
And just how layered it is and how textured it is. And this piece is it looks so modern too, especially with the frame. Sort of like a metallic sort of frame here that I think can go really well in a house that has modern furniture and sort of a contemporary look to it. Can you see it there?
You're absolutely right. It's modern and timeless at the same time, right? Because we've all seen the scape, right? We've all been to some sort of water town where you see the sailboats, you see the plants, you see the water, you see the mountains, and here it is. And not only is it here, it's here in this really, really cool presentation.
Yes.
It's funny because it's a lot of the same color, layered to the point that it shifts and kind of moves. It's fun to look at.
It's a great piece, and again, it's valued at $3,000, but we're only asking you to bid $1,500 to kick us off. So give us a call, 881-0013. Make sure to bid on this beautiful piece by Peter Brewer. and take this piece home. If you have this desire and the space for it, I think it could make a wonderful addition.
I do too. And you know, I mean, the art auction goes through next weekend as well. So if you get the chance and you want to meet this painting in person, come to the studio, because I think it'll really, really make an impact, especially, you know, when you see the layers. Because I know you're getting a good taste of what it looks like, but to see this one in person is really something else.
And you know, if you come to the studio, Marina, we were walking around and there's great pieces. It's a treat, you know. It's one of the best galleries around, right? I mean, you just
Right
walk
now
around,
it is,
and
yes,
right
sir.
now it's a wonderful, wonderful place to visit if you are a lover of art, and I know you are.
I absolutely am.
And you know, I'm a huge fan of local art as well. So it's been a treat to walk around. And this piece here, really, a steal at $1,500 starting bid. We're hoping to hear those phones ring. Come on, guys, we need to go off and here in the high note.
Yeah, help us out. I mean,
Help
if
us out.
anything, do it for us. This is our final segment of the night.
Help us
out. 881-0013. 881-0013 is the number to call. Again, starting bid is $1,500. It's a $3,000 value painting. If you have the time, come down and check it out at the studio. Maybe you think about it, you sleep on it, come take a look, and then just take it home.
Just act on that impulse. Really,
That's right.
Just do it.
That's right. Oh,
Just
look
do
at
it.
you living our best lives.
Living our best life.
881-0013.
Treat yourself.
That's right. This is such a cool piece.
Yeah, this
it
is
really,
great.
really is. I don't know. Do you think it's cold? I mean, I feel like it might be cold in here just because of the gray sky. I don't know.
But I think this would be a great centerpiece to a wall that just is calling for that one interesting piece there. You know, that one centerpiece that's just going to make a room.
Just change a room.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Make and change a room.
Great. Well, and we're going to move on to the next one.
Okay.
And
Let's see.
we have a piece here by Bill Rockesy. You're just
here we
talking
go. We
about
go
it.
full circle, right?
Full
With our
circle.
friend Bill and Mario, who Bill kind of helped usher into his fine art career. Now, I know you've seen several of Bill Rackesy's paintings, because if you are from El Paso, if you live in El Paso, then you know how prolific he is. He was born in Youngstown, Ohio, and then he...
Okay, we got a bid,
already.
$250 for Bill Rockesy.
$250. I haven't even we started where he was born.
I know, jeez, that's great. But Bill has that effect on people, right? I mean,
It's true. And again, one of those folks that can do a little bit of everything: a stage designer, muralist, museum curator at the El Paso Museum of Art. He also taught all levels of art. He studied art in Italy, and really, as the Bill Rackesy we know is the one that paints Southwest in his own impressionistic style. That's the one we know.
An author, you know, he's written books. I
That's
believe,
right.
And I know when I worked at the paper, we would get visits from him with tons of stuff to show. This is a beautiful painting. It's called Vista on the Colorado River. It's valued at $700, but the starting bid is $250, which we just received. So help us get to $300.
What are the bid increments on this one?
$50 increments.
Okay, so $300.
$300. Come on, guys. Let's get to $300.
What's
it's
$50
a Bill
between
Rockesy.
us girls?
Yeah,
it's a Bill Rackesy. It's ready to go. It's
go.
gorgeous. I mean, he is a prolific El Paso artist that really knows how to tell our story visually, and you're right, as an author as well.
Yeah, and it's a watercolor, so it's got that softness and that sort of colorful ambiance that you want in a room, you want in your house.
Yeah, and I mean, he really is a staple of the El Paso art scene. You were talking about the books that he wrote. I've got a couple of them here. They include Pancho Villa Rates Columbus, Images of Paso del Norte, The Ghost Town of White Oaks, and The Kid and Trails of Ruidoso. So when you were interacting with Bill Rackesy at the paper, what were your conversations like?
It was fairly quickly. I didn't work in the living section, but I know that I would see him walk in. He would carry books. He was writing like crazy. He was writing and writing.
Yeah.
He's got a passion for the Southwest, a passion for El Paso history. I know that, and it shows in his art. You mentioned some of the titles, and they're very historic. They're very El Paso and Southwest centric. So it's great that we have someone here that is not originally from around here, but adopts.
Came and got us.
Yeah, came and got us. And that's the beautiful thing about El Paso, that whether you're from here, you're fifth generation, sixth generation El Paso, or you just got here yesterday, El Paso welcomes you, and whether it's art, whether it's music, whether it's whatever you want to do, El Paso welcomes you, and it shows here in art.
And my favorite part of El Paso and that we love to adopt are the ones that see our beauty and see us for who we are.
Gets us.
Yes, that absolutely gets us. And I think Bill is one of those people. Came to El Paso, not only gets us, shows us how beautiful we are and how we can shine in so many ways, visually, through his writing, through his expression of love for our city. Just a true El Pasoan. You don't have to be born here to be one.
Of course not.
Right, right.
We adopt you.
That's right.
And
So
I believe we're ready to close this one out. So it's 250 going once, going twice, and sold. It's a Bill Rockesy.
Congratulations, S. Very well done. Who knew that? That's a steal of a deal.
That is a steal.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Look at this
I mean, can you even breathe right now?
Can you?
Can you even breathe?
This is Grand Canyon. It's a piece from Mario Parra, again. It's gallery wrapped oil and canvas, valued at $4,500. And we're asking to start bids at $1,200 with $100 increments. And we are already going. We had $1,200 already, F.
All right.
$1,300 over there. Come
All
on,
right.
guys. This is what we want to see, Marina.
Let's hear them phone ring. It's
Hear this phone ring.
881-0013.
And again, look how far Mario has come, right? I mean, starting from velvet paintings to this is a beautiful, beautiful piece.
It is truly breathtaking.
1,400
1,400. All right.
I'm sorry. It's 1,408. 1,600. Yes,
All
that's
right.
what we want to hear.
Happening.
That's
I love
happening.
these climbs.
All right, we got it
this,
going.
This is good for us because
Yes.
this is our last segment. So.
It is. We want to go out here on top. So let's share 1,700. Yes.
Yes, it's happening.
Yes, I think people recognize the beauty of this piece and they wanna take it home.
It is truly, truly breathtaking.
It is.
I mean, talk about having a beautiful piece of art in your home. Imagine waking up every day to this.
Like you're there. Like you're at the Grand Canyon.
I mean, it is gorgeous. And it is at that beautiful time of the day where, the reflection is just right and the mountain changes color. And this is my favorite part of day.
It's whether it's 1,800K. Yes, so we want to go to 1,900. Come on, guys.
Come on. We can do 19.
We can do 9. Yes, definitely. And I think we're about to go.
Oh.
1,900. Yes.
by F. We've got plenty of room
we have tons of room here.
Yes.
And Maria, you were talking about your favorite time of day. This is quintessential Southwest, right?
Yes, it is.
These sky colors, these reflections of the sun at this time of day, just fantastic.
I mean, it's one of those that you're like, we live here.
Yes.
I mean, we don't live in the Grand Canyon, but we live in the Southwest.
We live in the Southwest.
And this effect is everywhere around us.
And this is what we're talking about, people relocating here and adopting our homes, and this is part of the reason a lot of people just fall in love with our neck of the woods here, right?
Yes. I mean, you can't. For us, it's like, another sunset.
Yes.
But it's not just another sunset.
No, and even having grown up here and lived here most of my life, like you see it, and every once in a while you look up and you just see that, and wow,
it's like cotton candy skies.
Yes, it is. We want to go to 2,000. Come on, guys.
We do like even numbers. We have said that.
We do, yeah. We want $2,000. Come on, guys. This is a beautiful painting. It's a huge painting that can really make a difference in your home or your office. Let's get to 2,000 and let's make sure those phones are ringing.
And we were talking about Mario Parra's story before and kind of his interaction with Bill Rockesy. And, again, grew up in Juarez, just kind of hustling, selling burritos, doing panilla paintings. And look at him now.
Yeah, I mean, it's the great border story, right?
Okay, so are we ready to sell this?
Are we ready? Yeah, I think we're ready to sell it. So it's 1,900 going once, going twice, and sold.
All right.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Well done.
We're raking it in right now, Marina.
I know. Okay, so we get to end on a high point.
Yes, we end on a very high note here. And again, it's our old friend, Terrence Flores.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this piece, Maria. This is fantastic.
So cool.
It's called El Paso to Austin. It is oil and panel. and it is valued at $1,900. Starting bid is $500 with increments of $50.
Where on the road do you think we are? I feel like Van Hornish, Sierra Blanca.
Yeah, I think we're hitting like Sierra Blanca area. We're hitting like the Guadalupe Mountains.
That's kind of what I'm feeling.
Yes.
I mean, if I had to go, where are we, Terrence? Are you watching? Will you just tell
Let
us
us know.
where we are on this highway?
Let us know, because this is fantastic.
It really,
Fantastic.
really is. Again, that play on movement, that play with shapes, and then it all just comes together in the most beautiful way.
You know, I'm not too familiar with this work until today. I started seeing it. I'm a huge fan now.
It's fun, right?
It is fun. It is a different take on our community, and I'm in love. I really love this piece. I really love this piece.
It's so cool. And I know, right? Like, it's a road, but clearly it's not just a road.
No.
That is not what's happening here.
And for $500, this piece can be yours.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I kind of want to bid on my own, so
Well,
beat me to it.
I mean, do I need to give you the phone? Do you need to take a break?
I'll be right back. No, it's a great piece. I think someone deserves to have this.
It is gorgeous with a capital gorgeous.
Yes, it is fantastic.
All caps gorgeous.
Again, it's Terrence Flores' El Paso to Austin.
It is by Sierra Blanca. See,
There
we
you
knew.
go.
Thank you. See, like, we totally knew that.
Yes.
Thank you for clearing that up for us, Terrence.
Thank you.
Starting bid, $500. It's a $1,900 value. It's a gorgeous painting.
It's fantastic.
I mean, we live here. We know that we have an amazing sky. We know that in any direction that you drive, you're going to see beauty. And here's a beautiful example of that.
Here's a great example. And it's, many of us have taken this trip to Austin.
Uh-huh.
And we're familiar with this. And this is a different take, right? You're
I would even call it the road to Marfa, right? I mean, we all have to take this. We have to take this road to get there.
We've taken that road together.
We have taken that road
and
together.
It's fantastic,
Mm-hmm.
and it's beautiful, and it's part of what makes living in this part of the world just fantastic and gorgeous.
Really, I mean, in any direction that you ride, you're. This sounds silly. You're somewhere else. But you really are.
Yeah, you're home, but you're somewhere else.
Yes, and it's all within our beautiful southwestern community. Just drive an hour in any direction, you are somewhere else.
Terrence Flores' work here, it's El Paso to Austin, oil and panel. Give us $500 to kick off the bid, and then we'll get it going here. Hopefully,
I mean, talk about a steal. You have a
It's a
painting
steal.
that's worth $1,900, and you could take it home for $500.
that is a steal.
And it's ready to go on your wall, in your home, in your office. You know what? We have so much construction, so many engineers here in town. I feel like this is a perfect
If you're a
piece.
textile engineer, this belongs in your house.
This belongs in your house, or in your office.
Yeah.
But it just feels like
Oh,
what
phone's
a beautiful
ringing.
take.
Someone's beating me to it right now.
Well, Gustavo, if you need to make a phone call, I'm happy to hold down the fort for you. or maybe just start a live video with whoever's on the phone.
I do. 500. Awesome.
What are the increments on this one?
$50. So $550, guys. Come on.
When you say $550, guys, I'm going to say $550, Gustavo.
Yes, I want.
He's ready to take it home.
I really am. I'm in love with this piece. I'm in. $550. We got $550.
Is it happening?
Is it happening?
Are we at $550? Is it a real true bid? It is.
$550. All right. So.
We're
500. We're at 500. We're looking for $550, guys.
So technically, this person who made the first bid can walk home with two Terrence pieces.
2 Terrence pieces. Yeah, that's great. That's great.
Just like that. 881-0013 is the number to call. Another Terrence Flores piece. This is great. I don't know what it is about this piece. It's beautiful.
It really does call to me too. You're right. I mean, he provided, I think, 3 or 4 great pieces today.
At least.
This one is really fantastic. I'm really, really in love with this
And
one.
you know what? It does put you in the car because, you're taking a road trip.
Yes.
You're singing. You're eating all the bad food you're not supposed to eat. And,
And you know
all
what?
because you're on the road.
Yeah. And if you know me, I'll be singing show tunes all the way to Austin.
Oh,
so
no.
Marina won't like it.
I know. It makes me a terrible person. It's okay. I still love you.
Yeah, well, thanks,
happens.
Marina. I love you too.
881-0013 is the number to call. We do have a bid on this piece.
Let's get to $550, guys.
Yeah, let's do it. $500.
Let's get to $550.
It's
Come
a
on.
$1,900 value. It truly is gorgeous.
Yes.
I think Gustavo may even want to take this one
Yes,
home.
I do.
I think it's real. I think he's feeling it in his heart
Feeling it.
and
Like
his
you
wallet.
see it? Do you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I think it's not illegal for you to bid. You gonna do it?
I would do it if they.
How
let
does
me
this
do
work
it.
if we get one of our hosts to bid on
No,
a
I wouldn't
painting?
do it because I don't think it's fair. But I do need to go see more of his work. Definitely.
There you have it,
Yes.
Terrence. You gotta meet Gustavo.
Yes.
and you can walk.
I would love to
walk
meet
away with one of
Terrence.
your pieces.
Yes.
$500 starting bid. It's a steal for
It's a
whoever
steal.
has it right now. I think C has it.
Yes.
And
And we're gonna wrap it up. So it's $500 going once, going twice, and sold.
it is gone.
Yes.
All right.
Congratulations
Look
to
at
the winner.
those. That's some gong arts
Yes,
going
over
on
there.
over there.
They're loving it over there, huh?
So,
Great,
I
great.
mean, what a great way to spend our night.
It is. It was so much fun doing this. Thank you, Marina, and thank you, KCOS, for inviting us.
Thank you, everybody who's donated tonight. It's been fantastic. And with that, we'll kick it off to Monica. Have a wonderful night.
Good night.
Thank you so much to Marina Monsis-Weiss and Gustavo Reveles. That was an outstanding job. Thank you so very much. So far, if you're one of our lucky winning bidders or you become one later on during the auction, here's what you need to know about picking up and paying for your art. Also, keep in mind that in addition to purchasing art, you can also support KCOS by becoming a sustaining member. And one of the best benefits of KCOS membership is online access to PBS Passport.
Pick up and pay information. If you are the confirmed winning bidder on an item, congratulations. After you win the item, a KCOS staff member will call you back within the hour to confirm your bid and take payment. You can pay with any major credit card, cash, or check. Please note we don't charge tax, but there is a 5% buyer's premium to help defray the cost of processing payments. We want you to get your art as soon as possible. Pickup times begin Sunday from 3 to 8 p.m. and continue on Monday and Tuesday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. If you have additional questions or need special pickup or shipping arrangements, please call 915-590-1313. Thank you.
A new chapter begins.
Now you can access more of your favorite PBS shows than ever before.
This is the future!
With PBS Passport, a member benefit that lets you binge many of the latest shows and catch up on your favorites.
We really are living in the modern world.
Anytime you want,
Wow, how about that?
anywhere you are.
There's literally nothing like this in the world.
Support your PBS station and get Passport, your ticket to the best of PBS.
Alrighty then, we're doing a quick turnaround back to our last batch of art for the evening with Jennifer Stafford Thomas and Hal Marcus.
All right, here we are. We're back again for the last set. Okay, so fasten your seatbelts, get close to the telephone. We're going to be doing some wheeling and dealing. We have some original work of art by Tom Lee and Jose Cisneros, and and some other artists as well.
Yeah.
Bill Colliker, original.
Right.
So we're just going to go through them real quick, tell you about them, and then we're going to get ready to sell them. So you all have been wonderful. Remember, we're coming back next weekend, May 4th and 5th, for the last final 2 days of the auction. So let's go ahead and get that artwork up on the screen here. We'll talk to you about them, and then we'll come back and we'll start auctioning them off. The first one is, I'm going to try to say this, Pa-I-Ta-Mi-I. That's an original Tom Lee, done in 1935, $8,500 value. And we'll be coming back and telling you what the opening bid is. This is an original work of art signed and dated back to 1935. The next one is an original, once again, by Jose Cisneros, the ranchero. And it was of a ranchero who was in 1825. And this was done, I believe, in about 1970s by the late, great Jose Cisneros, original work of art. And the next piece is by Bill Colliker, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't know this was a Bill Colliker because he was known for his owls and his, desert scenes,
It had
landscapes.
More, this doesn't have that whimsical feeling
And it's
that it usually
huge.
does.
Look, it's 31 by 27 inches.
And it is gorgeous
original
and
work of
historic.
art. Very historic. We'll tell you more about the Socorro Mission and the wonderful angle that this was painted from in just a minute. And the next piece is another original female nude by the great Tom Lee, $5,000 value, 17 inches by 13 inches.
So pretty.
And we'll be having the starting bids up here in a moment. And let's see, do we get one more piece? I can't remember.
Another
Yes, Jose Cisneros.
18th century Spanish
Another
officer.
Jose Cisneros. This is my favorite one of the evening.
Yeah, it's really pretty.
And it's a 18th century Spanish officer by Jose Cisneros, done in his crosshatch style. Beautifully matted, beautifully framed.
Yes.
And it was just framed with museum quality glass. And so, okay, so we're going to, the $6,500 value, I don't have right in front of me the opening bids, but we'll have that for you in just a
we'll
minute.
get that to you.
So let's go back to the Pa'atimi by
That's pretty fancy.
Tom Lee.
Pa'ata, eat me, something like that.
Yes,
Because
yes.
of the spelling, I didn't think
It's
that it
Polynesian.
That's what I think.
Polynesian, done in 1935. And so we had to do some research on it. And it seems to me that he was doing some mural studies back in the mid-1930s. This was a very tumultuous time for him because his first wife had passed away,
Right. He
and
was
his mother passed away,
Right.
and he was doing some murals. And it says on there, I don't know if you can get a close-up on it, but it said figure studies for the Pa'atimi mural. So here is a close-up. It looks like a male figure. Definitely a male figure.
Yeah.
It's
Tastefully
springtime.
rendered, I must say. Male, definitely.
Anatomically
but
correct.
Yes,
and
indeed.
it believes like he's like a spring god or
Like a fawn.
fawn.
Yes.
Beautiful. This is not like a quick sketch or anything like that.
No, it's very
This is a
composed.
completely developed work of art. Beautifully framed.
Look at the modeling on that body and the beautiful
Perfect.
mahogany color.
So we have an opening bid of $4,900 for a Tom Lee original, undisputably the greatest, most famous, well-known artist in the country, and for definitely in the Southwest.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
So we're looking for an opening bid of $4,900. Do we hear a phone ringing, Emily, over there? Anything going on?
Now, I
Not
know
yet.
that
Okay.
Tom Lee studied so many places and he went so many places as a war.
Chicago Art Institute. I think he
Yeah.
was just coming out of the Chicago Art Institute around 1932, 1933.
Yeah.
He got married. He was moving. He was living up in Santa Fe for a while. But this is an original work of art by Tom Lee.
And it looks
one
like
of a kind.
islands to me, you know. It looks like it's from the islands
Yes,
to me because of the large florals.
We did some research on the name, and it is Polynesian. Maybe
yeah,
like,
the double eye construction.
Maybe like similar to Paul Gauguin, Paul Gauguin style of a work of art.
And Hawaii is the double eye.
Hawaii,
and,
that's
yeah.
right, Hawaii.
And so he's playing an instrument. It does look like a celebration of spring, and his face is rather mysterious,
Kind of like
right?
an animal. Kind of like an
yeah,
animal.
it's
looking
rather
through-
animal or a
Animal
mask.
looking through the forest. I don't know if you can get a close up over there like that.
Yeah.
There you go. A beautiful work of art by. It looks like it was a mixed media with some ink and probably
Maybe
some
watercolor or gouache,
gouache or something like that. $4,900 for the original Tom Lee opening bid. I don't know if we got the phone ringing over here.
I know
or
this
not.
is an expensive piece,
But,
it's
you
really,
know, for
really
the
worth it.
The value of this was determined by the Tom Lee Institute. Okay, the value was
Daramargo
yes,
Tom
the
Lee
Daramargo
Institute.
and Tom Lee determined the value of this work of art, and that was compared to other works of art from this time period. Now, this piece has also been reproduced in several publications as well. If you have the big book of Tom Lee or his book of his drawings and his
That's
figurative
awesome.
works.
So this is the original, though.
This is the original. This is the original.
Wow.
We're looking for $4,900. For a limited time here, I'm going to drop it to $4,500 just in case you're out there in TV land and you want a bargain. If not, we're going to have to move on to
Okay, and those of you who are out in
work of
TV
art.
land, and
But
we want to tell you too that
telling
you know,
you.
looking at a nude, the way that artists interpret a nude is such a different thing than our cultural society of today does. It's done in an innocent way, where there's nothing prurient or salacious
Right.
about it.
If-
The intent is that here is a person in their prime.
like the work by Paul Gauguin. You know, he had a beautiful. It was in the middle of the jungle where people were living and working, and they believed in the mythological creatures that would come out of nature. You know, and also in Greek mythology.
Right,
and
an
things like that.
Eden-esque kind of
Right,
things
and also
like
the
that.
Native American
right,
Indian
where there's an
tales.
innocence.
The phone's
Well,
ringing
thank
here.
you.
$4,500 for an $8,500
Oh, my
value.
goodness.
Original Tom Lee. Original Tom Lee.
It really is a beautiful piece to see it in person.
And I think
the
we got
coloration.
something going here on the phone.
I sure hope so.
This is this. Thank you, $4,500 for the original Tom Lee. If people out there know about Tom Lee, they can Google this right now. Just put the name Pi Top and the Hal Marcus Gallery will come up and it'll show you that it's an $8,500 value straight from the Tom Lee Institute.
Amazing.
At one time, this was owned by James Lee, who was the heir of Tom Lee. And that's how we got it available.
Wow, what a provenance.
That's how we got it available.
And this is going to be something that's never going to lose its value.
Okay, so we're told we got to move on. So we're going to go $4,500 going once.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
$4,500
going twice. And sold for $4,500.
Congratulations. You own a very beautiful part of history.
I'm not going to have to eat my hat, actually.
Not yet, Hal. I've got the sal y pimienta and salsita ready for you.
Okay, now here we are. Let's put it on another original. Remember, this is the last pictures of the evening. I think we have two more left.
Yeah, couple more.
So this is an original Cisneros, okay? There's, he was famous for horse riders of the Southwest. I believe this one was circa 1825.
Yes.
Of course, that's because of the way he's dressed, because of the way the horse is dressed.
Yes, the horse tack.
The horse is
tack.
His pack.
Tack, T-A-C-K. Yes.
His saddle.
Yes, saddlery and tack.
Everything he's wearing, his hairdo.
Yes.
And now look, if you get closer, this man must have been an auctioneer. Because if you get real close, you can see there's a bite out of his hat.
That's right. I think a horse took a bite out of his hat.
If you get a close up on it.
Oh, please do.
So this is a $6,000 value, opening up at $3,900.
Again, this is original, right, Hal? This is not a print.
This is not a print, and it's signed and it's signed by Jose Cisneros, and it says Paisano right underneath his name. So we're going to try to get a close up. We're going to try to get a close up of the picture here. See the cross set? See the bite out of his hat? Okay. There it is.
Maybe the horse has it in his mouth
Opening
already.
bid of $3,900 for the original Jose Cisneros.
And look at how scruffy the Ranchero Paisano looks. But his horse is all fancy and healthy and fine. I think the Paisano is working harder than the horse.
It's double matted and framed. $3,900. Opening bid, $6,000 value. If you had all in the money in the world, you can't go out and buy a Jose Cisneros.
No.
You might be able to see him in a museum.
Right.
His work was reproduced in over 500 different publications during his lifetime. He was knighted by the King of Spain. He was honored by 2 or 3 different United States presidents.
Yes.
He lived to be 99 years old.
My goodness.
Was he born in 1905?
Let me look back here.
Can't remember.
He was born like that, but he was born in Mexico, but he studied over here. He studied over there.
Yes, and he used to work for the White House, for the Popular. He actually did artwork on the old trolleys when he was a young man.
Isn't that something?
And they talked about he started drawing when he would, at the Popular, he would get the old boxes, illustration boards, and that's how he started doing his drawings.
Isn't that cool? And he called his own style Indian Baroque, like Indio, like, you know.
Right.
But Baroque, because Baroque is a period of time known for great ornateness and intricacy. And even though he always has these beautiful, simple compositions, if you look at the quality of that the hatching and cross hatching and directional
only
drawing.
Jose Cisneros could do that.
Now, could you imagine just your hands so trained that you just skip it along like that in measured beats so perfectly with India ink? Not a mistake. I don't think that he used whiteout.
No, I don't think he used any pencil on it either. Okay, we're looking for $3,900. I'm going to drop it right now to $3,500, okay? $3,500 out there. This is one of the last pieces of the evening.
And it's
if
very
you
animated.
Want a Jose Cisneros framed original, this was endorsed to a general friend of his. It's actually signed 2 times. It's also signed down at the bottom, right over here where it says J.
And his
Cisneros,
gorgeous calligraphy at the
there
top.
There it is.
Yeah.
On the side it says Paisano. Excellent example of an original Jose Cisneros.
If
you have
of the horse,
art
so
collection
accurate.
in El Paso and you don't have a Jose Cisneros, you don't have a collection of El Paso art.
No,
This is
he's really
something that you
important.
$3,500. I'm going to drop it
Look
down
at the
to
weave on the
32.
rope.
I don't want the last pieces here not
Look
to
at
be
the
selling.
saddlery,
If you're at home right now and you're
spurs.
thinking about doing, you can't find a Jose Cisneros
No.
for $3,000.
Well, look at the musculature of the
$3,200.
horse. That's one of the things. he's so famous for.
$3,200. I just dropped it down.
He's wearing his
Okay,
cool chaps.
$3,200 for a $6,000 value for an original Jose Cisneros.
Oh,
Come on, you
wow.
guys. I know you're out there. I know you're about ready to get on the phone.
And Hal's already
This is an
eaten. He doesn't
opportunity.
need to
This is
eat
an
his hat.
I'm not eating my hat this time, but the phone's ringing. I will eat my hat if I don't sell it.
Oh, no.
But I don't know if I'm going to eat
No,
it
no.
on air.
Yeah.
Okay. $3,200. It's supposed to open up at $39. I know Emily's going to kill me. I'll make up the difference. I promise. But we got to get these things going. We got to
please.
support public television.
Time is going.
Okay, we're going to bring it back up tomorrow if we don't do it. And tomorrow it's going to go back up to 39. Okay, so we're going to go on to the next piece. We're going to go up to the next piece. Okay.
And our next piece is a Bill Colliker.
If you're still interested, you can still call in. Okay, we still got people on the phone here till 9 o'clock. So we'll go back and revisit it. It's an excellent piece.
And you can go online, too, to give it another look and take a study.
You can go back up there. Okay, here we
haven't
are
lost all.
with the Socorro Mission by Bill Colliker. $4,500 value. Open it up at only $2,500.
And it's oil on masonite.
Oil on masonite. It's large. It's 31 inches by 27 inches. And I was just told that there was a structure, if I'm not mistaken, that was in the back of the mission, and this is that angle. And those white things that you see in the front might have been some ruins from a flood?
There's two floods,
A flood.
actually. So, let me tell you a little bit. Do you want me to tell you a little bit about Bill Colliker?
Microphone up to your mouth.
Hello. A microphone really is helpful in this situation.
Yeah.
Would you like for
tell
me
us
to tell
about
you?
Bill Colliker,
Yeah,
and then we'll
get
talk
into
more
the
about
other
the
cool
painting.
stuff.
We're looking for $2,500 for this very rare Bill Colliker. He's not normally known for doing the church like this style. But this is a wonderful piece. It's done with palette knife.
Yeah, Bill Colliker, he was a really hard-working fella. He was born in 1905 in Switzerland and died here in El Paso in 1995. I knew a lot of people who studied with him at the museum.
He was 90 years old.
Yeah.
I knew him.
Everybody said he was like the nicest guy, too.
Right.
Listen to this. At age 14, he studied art in Paris. And then at age 18, he immigrated to the United States and attended the National Academy of Design at 16. And then he was a staff artist at the Baltimore News and the New York Evening Graphic. And he met this lady that it was his first girlfriend in America, and she'd moved to El Paso. And she did not want to live in New York. She wanted to stay here in our great city. And he said, I'm coming over, honey. And he moved to El Paso. So that's how he got here. And so he had a really long career here in El Paso. He was the art director.
He was a real mover and shaker. He was hobnobbing with the bank presidents and the politicians. And he was... A lot of people have a lot of his artwork.
Yeah,
Bill
he was
Colliker,
able to make a lot.
But they don't have
living.
anything like this one. They
it's
don't
too
have.
rare.
I was shocked when I saw this for the first. It's in excellent condition. I know people who live out there in Socorro, people who got married over there, people who live in that area.
La Nuestra Señora de la Limpia
Seen
Concepción de
a
los
work of
Pinos del
art
Socorro
like
del
this
Sur.
one for $2,500 opening bid.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
And for those of you who maybe are new to El Paso, or sometimes if we don't revisit our history, then we forget it. And the missions in El Paso, the Mission Valleys, I live in Horizon and I teach in the valley. It's just so beautiful. This is from 1680, is when the Indians came from the Santa Fe area, and they
All right,
immigrated
we're told
to.
we've got like less than 1 minute. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
OMG.
Less than 1 minute? Okay, I'm going to drop it down to $2,000. We only got 1 minute. I'm not going down another penny. If you're out there in TV land, this is a great opportunity for a Bill Colliker. I'm telling you.
And for the Socorro Mission.
In the 30 years I've been an art dealer, I have never seen a Bill Colliker like this one, and I have never seen a painting more beautiful than the Socorro Mission from this angle.
Yeah, you don't get it from this angle.
You go through those doors there. I was just told by Chris Babcock from El Paso Herald that there was altars inside of there, and you got to see a beautiful view of the front door of the mission. So this was the way it used to be in the 1800s. So obviously, Bill Colliker did some research. Okay, if we're not getting any bidders, or if we still want to do bid and keep on calling, if not, we're going to move on to the next original, Tom Lee.
Oh my goodness, this is
over
this
here,
is my
right
fave,
to the left
I
of us.
think.
The one that I love as well.
She
Talking
is
about
so
the cross hatching that
pretty.
Cisneros was doing, I
Oh,
think
yeah.
they both shared a common joy of working in pen and ink.
Oh, the bravery that it requires.
Okay, $5,000 value, opening up at only $2,900 for an original female nude of Tom Lee. Can you remember what the date was on that?
Let me find my research. I'm hung up here on my.
Uh-oh, are you
There we
okay?
go. Loosen the other foot there.
I think it was in the 30s.
Yes, it was in the 30s. Yes.
Okay, it says
Oh, I
$2,900
hear the phone.
for the female nude. Wonderful, just been framed. This had never seen the light of day up until about a month ago. It had been in a drawer. $2,900 opening bid for the Tom Lee.
It's been conserved perfectly.
It looks like we have some bidders on the line.
It's just as fresh as can be.
It's never seen the light of day. Okay.
And look at how Hal had it done. This is
$2,900. Thank you very much. Thank you. Let me hear some applause
yay.
out there.
Applauso,
This is
yes.
the last.
This is
last
such a pretty piece.
work of art for the evening. Okay, we got to celebrate over here.
so
We
you
got
think-
one more. We got one more.
So
Cisneros,
you
I
think that he probably did this when he was studying at the Chicago Art Institute
Well,
in
I'm
the
gonna see if
30s?
I have a date on it. I can't remember right now. But I think it might be on the back.
Yeah, because when you classically study,
I'm guessing
you
it's about
you draw nudes.
1932, 1933. He was at the Chicago Art Institute where they they had the live models studying.
And you know what I like about it too?
Look how he did the line right down the middle of it.
Right. Look at it's kind of architectural and it's
Tom
kind
Lee,
of
show him the signature.
sculptural.
Show him the signature at the bottom. Can
Oh,
we scroll up a little
You
bit?
can just yeah.
We got
that's
29.
the
We're
money.
looking for 3,000. We got
Look how
29
feminine
looking
the
for
pose is.
3,000.
So pretty.
We got 29 looking for 3,000.
And then it says what does it say? August 11th is that?
I
kinda
think
what we
it said
figured?
August 11th on the right-hand corner. I'm
Yeah,
not
look
sure.
at how pretty her legs are, and the position.
We got
of her
2,900 and we're looking for
hands.
3,000.
So feminine.
2,900 looking for $3,000 for the original Tom Lee, double matted. Beautifully, very pristine.
Yeah. And very feminine. Look at the shapes of the hands. Look, she's got
Right.
one hand that's like
Right.
caressing her hair, and
Would
the
you
other
hold
one is
this for a
just in
second? I'm
is
gonna
just in
actually
that
find out the
female
date on the back of
pose.
it. I'm gonna
Sure.
find out the date on the back of it because I knew it was on here. 1930s. Okay, 17 by 13
Wow.
inches. Okay, female nude edition, and it's on the museum quality glass. Okay, just been framed. Is this where it was right here?
Yo creo que.
Okay, I said 1930s. I was right.
Yes.
Okay. So here we go. We got 2,900. We're looking for 3,000. We got
And
anything going over there, Natalie?
you're getting something so
So now
beautiful.
we're going to jump on over to
so
the other
pretty.
last Cisneros.
I'm
Okay.
jealous.
2,900 going
Thank
once.
you, 29.
You can't find a original Tom Lee nude from the 30s for less than this.
Original pen and ink.
2,900 going twice.
Where else?
And sold, Chris. Okay.
Hey, Hal, I think this is the Sotheby's of the Southwest, right?
Yeah. Okay. One more. Jose Cisneros over here. Original. I like this one better.
I do too. I like them all, so I mean.
Yeah,
so you
but
can't
if I had to
compare, man.
choose one,
Fickle.
I'd be this one. I actually had just had it framed as well.
Oh, the frame is gorgeous.
And it's this. You see the
It truly complements it.
very second matte in there. It kind of has a gold hue to it.
Pretty.
Okay, so this is called the 18th century Spanish officer, $6,500 value, opening it up at only $3,900. An original. Now that flag. Tell me about the flag a little bit, and
You know,
you told me it was
look at
French.
art, especially when we're looking at art that
Let's get a
has
close-up on that picture.
historical, root to it. So the flag. This is what I researched, just going from what I've got from Dr. Google. The flag is the cross of Burgundy, or the cross of Saint Andrew, La Cruz de San Andrés. It was the emblem of the Duke of Burgundy. Okay, now we're talking French. Philip I.
Mm-hmm.
But Philip I, French guy, was the father of Charles I, who became the first king of Spain in 1516.
Okay,
French
so this
king
is
of
an
Spain.
18th century Spanish officer with the influence of the French.
Yeah,
I guess
right.
that's the
And
that's the type
yeah,
of
and the flag,
uniform that he has on. The beautiful horse
right,
there.
right.
We're
And the
looking
flag was
for
the emblem of New
$3,900.
Spain.
That's about half price of the $6,500 value. Opening bid of $3,900. $3,900. Opening bid for an original, beautiful, perfect condition of
Jose
18th
Cisneros.
century Spanish officer by
Yeah,
Jose
and
Cisneros.
look at again. We have the animation of the horse. It's
The
always
cross-hatching,
anatomically
the pen and ink,
perfect.
$3,900.
And this is a period
Opening
of history
bid.
that did not last forever. This was the flag that New Spain used.
He was an expert on what people wore, the type of horses that they
Right.
rode, the type of stirrups, the type of caps,
Everything.
everything that they wore.
Everything.
Very authentic. He was. He had. I went to his house once. He had books and books and books on costumes.
Sure.
And on what people wore and what they looked like in their hairdos and their chaps and their spurs.
Everything. Because he wanted to be authentic. He wanted to be
was
real.
very, very concerned with being, and he took a lot of pride.
Right.
People
being
would
exact.
consult with him. Even people with Spain would consult from him about the
And because of that,
Spanish invasion.
I'm sure that is one of the reasons why, because he was a conservator of cultural information, that he was recognized by Spain and thoughtful, thankful.
That's right. We got to be off by 9 o'clock. They're telling me, so we got about 1 or 2 minutes left. Yeah, we're fine. Okay, so let's gonna drop it to $3,500. Okay, we're gonna drop it to $3,500. We want to end up on a good note. Because we're getting ready to wrap it up.
Yeah.
This is a Jose Cisneros, $3,500. Was supposed to open up at $3,500 for a $6,500 value for an original Jose Cisneros, one of the leading historians, artists, pen and ink artists. You know why his work was celebrated so much and in so many books? Because it was easy to reproduce.
Yeah, with all those beautiful lines.
Beautiful
right.
lines. You
Because
could reproduce it 1,000 times, and it would always look sharp.
Right. For people at home who don't really understand about how hatching and cross-hatching
Right.
works, the further away the lines are, the lighter the tone or value is. The
But
closer
the black
they are.
always stays black.
That's
Now, this
right.
is an original, okay? This is original. It might have been reproduced many times, but this was a pen and ink on illustration board.
And for the period of history, this would have ended with the Mexican Empire, with the War of Independence.
That's right.
When they said, Spain, no more. We're tired of it.
$3,500
Mexico
opening
earned
bid.
its independence.
If you all are out there in TV land, if you just try to find a Tom Lee that's for sale that's an original right now.
Or
There are a lot
Jose
of
Cisneros.
prints, a lot of lithographs, a lot of reproductions, but there
Yeah.
are very few original works
Jose
of art
Cisneros
that are
like this.
available for sale. We do
Yeah.
have them in private collections and museums.
Yeah.
$3,500 opening bid for the 18th century Spanish officer. I know you're out there. I know you're considering. Get on the phone. Make our day. And get yourself a beautiful work of art to take home.
Oh, yeah.
Hang in your wall. Hang in your office. Get as a gift for somebody.
For sure.
We got 1 more minute, so we still have time to make that.
Do I need to get the oven heated up for your hat, or are you going to heat it cold?
I'm going to lower it to $3,100. Okay, $3,100. It was dropped from $39 to $31. $3,100. Okay,
My goodness me,
that's
people.
that's less than half. Less than half.
I mean, if you went to this is
Less than
museum
half.
quality. This is something you would see in a museum.
$3,100. Get on the
honestly.
phone. Make us an offer. Come on, let's do it. We got about 30 seconds left.
This is something.
If you all want Cisneros, and you want to support local TV, this is your opportunity.
It's
we only
never
have
gonna
a
go
couple
down in
seconds
value.
left.
It's
and
never
we're gonna have
going
to
to
wrap it
decrease.
up. I do want to thank all the people out there in TV land that has
Yeah.
supported TV the auction this weekend, and remember we'll be coming back next weekend, next Saturday and Sunday from 5 to 9. So I'm going to turn it back over to Monica.
Thank
if
you.
change your mind real quick,
Gracias,
you wanna
Apaso.
call, go ahead and call. Thank you all so much, and good night.
Good night.
Excellent work on the part of Jennifer Stafford Thomas and Hal Marcus. Terrific job selling some very, very fine artwork. It's been an exciting first weekend of Art Auction. As we wrap up this evening, we want to take a few minutes to gratefully acknowledge the support of all the artists that contributed pieces to this year's Art Auction. Without their generosity, none of this would be possible. We encourage you to support their shows, exhibits, and galleries throughout the year. Some of the businesses and partners who have made this year's art auction possible are Crown Wealth Strategies, Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, Lonnie's Art and Frame, Hal Marcus Gallery, and the El Paso Scene. Additionally, we would like to thank the restaurants that donate meals to feed our hardworking volunteers. Thanks to Elmer Family Restaurant for tonight's food, and we extend our sincere gratitude to each and every one and ask that you support those businesses that support KCOS. And where would we be without you, the buyers? Thank you to each and every one of you who bid during today's art auction. Whether you were the winning bidder or not, you are all winners by virtue of having called in to help support KCOS, your public television station. Thank you. Also, hundreds of local volunteers contribute to the KCOS Art Auction each year. Volunteers help KCOS do more, be more, and expand our presence and outreach in the community. We take this opportunity to recognize those volunteers for their outstanding work and dedication to KCOS. We especially want to thank our auctioneers, Gustavo Reveles and Jennifer Stafford Thomas, and our artist commentators, Marina Monsis Weiss and Hal Marcus. And absolutely, round of applause. Yes, go crazy. Do the wave. Let's have, all right. Our producer, Xavier Vasquez, many thanks to each and every single one of you. Your calls during today's art auction have been taken by our outstanding volunteers. We again thank them for their expert handling of the phones and for giving so generously of their time and talents. Salud, salud to them. Last of all, but certainly not least, thanks to the KCOS staff members that have gone above and beyond in helping guarantee that the art auction is a complete success. Amanda Babcock, Elizabeth Valderrama, Estefania Mitre, Victor Romero, Nancy Lujan, Trishelta Tyler, Natalie Ekberg, and, of course, the one, the only, Emily Loya. Additionally, this auction could not have taken place without the support and assistance of those individuals in production, especially Frank Luna, Grace Torres, Mario Ramirez, and all the rest of the production crew, cameras, audio, CG, teleprompter, technical directors, whoa, and whoever's handling the teleprompter, we'll talk about this later. Graphics and floor directors, our engineer and master control operators are an important part of everything we do here at KCOS. We thank David Echaniz and Alex Medrano for keeping us on the air. Thanks again to everyone, and tune in next week on Saturday from 5 to 9 p.m. for more great art during the KCOS Art Auction. For KCOS, I'm Monica Gomez. Good night.